What up, guys?
What up? What up?
If my connection goes wonky, just let me know.
All right, we should be good. As you can see, I am not in my usual digs.
Wow, no recliner. No audio.
I bet, sweetheart. I bet.
Is that better?
Oh, I hate when this stupid thing doesn't activate. Let me cry. Just let me
cry.
whine. I'll just put that up. That'll work.
My audio good?
Yeah,
No
you're
pickle
good,
problems?
my man.
What? We can't hear you. No, I'm just kidding.
My guy.
You're talking to my guy all wrong, hey? I'll
you
stab you in the eye with a
Funny,
sidearm. Funny, eh? There we go.
Obviously, we have a little bit of a change of plans tonight. Unfortunately, Bowling Stones, Bowling
Stones and Bones.
Stones and Bones, yes. Jake Pierce was not able to attend tonight. He's got a small child that was acting a little bit fussy, so it happens. We get it.
Oh, great.
But we will still have that special guest on. He's just going to be a little bit later. So we're just going to kind of chill, talk a little bit.
Brian, Steve's wife's carrying your pickle around.
I appreciate it.
Oops. Sorry, boys.
I don't know if
He's
you
like, "Wait,
saw Kyle Harris. He posted a video of his wife trying the ear in a
Pickle and
spear.
spear.
Yeah.
Beer and spear.
Shit.
Well,
Loved it.
We've already gotten age restricted, so sorry.
No.
Oops. I flipped it, and then I flipped it again on accident.
Put in your description 21 plus tobacco use and play.
We'll work it out.
Oh, hold up.
Hold up.
Let's go here.
What's up, Mr. Utah Bowler? How are you
Turn
doing,
my-
buddy?
Hey, Steve.
I can't read. I'm just kidding. Oh yeah, here's what mine says.
The element of confusion.
Well, wait. Stupid green screen.
Yeah, it's mirrored too, so
Oh,
it's hard to read.
mirrored, so you're gonna have to turn your mirror off.
Yeah.
It says breaking news, nobody cares.
That works.
How do you do that? I thought, dude, this shit's shitty. I don't
The three
understand.
How do you turn
There
off?
we
There
go.
you go.
There we go.
There we go. That's
Breaking
awesome.
news, nobody cares.
But yeah, so we're adapting to a little bit of a curveball, which is going to happen, especially when you got a young child. So
Yeah.
but congratulations, Cobra. Watch
Sure.
the chat. You can now pin chats.
Okay.
Yes, sir. We have moderators now.
Yes, because somebody finally had a time to poke around in this thing and actually find out where it was hiding.
Right. I mean, I just learned how to change my mirror. Pickle problems. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah,
I know how to set moderators.
Baton Rouge, Louisiana, for
You could
the
you
Natty.
could ask me. I would have told you how.
Why do you despise United Airlines?
She had a 2-hour delay right after she got to the airport, and now she's not getting home till like 11 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
Is that because you're always lurking, Kalen?
Serial lurker.
Always pickle problem. Yes, always pickle problem.
So, I'm actually also bowling the Bowler's Journal, the singles and doubles tomorrow morning.
Nice.
It's at a separate house, but it's the same pattern as the singles and doubles. So at least I'll have it's a little bit of experience on the singles and doubles.
Yeah, that's good. Honestly, I'd rather have like 2 days when it comes to tournaments to just figure out like the lane conditions.
Yeah.
It's so much better when you start off with teams and then go into doubles and singles.
Oh, somebody's in. Ho, whoa.
What up?
Are you good, Richie? Richie, are you good, or are you just stopping in? Let us know when you're ready.
Pickle time.
I just had fried pickles and some pickles on my pies.
Pies.
We had good eating, dude. We had real good eating in New Orleans last night. But I was like, you know what? I need something fast because it's 7:10 and we have work to do at 8:00.
Yeah. I mean, Popeyes is not a bad go-to. I'm not gonna lie.
Richie, are you good, or are you just stopping in? Give us something to let us know you're ready if you're ready.
Oh, that's
Welcome
Boy,
in, everybody.
yeah, man, he's got a ton. He's got a ton of pickle merch.
pickle power.
Tap your screens, guys, and
Yep. Give us some love.
scoop each other up.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Engage, comment a lot, ask questions. That's what we're here for.
Yep.
I was to say, I just jumped on. Oh, there he is. Woo! All right.
What's up, Mookie?
Okay.
What up, Richie?
What's up, Britt?
Yeah, what's up?
How are you tonight, Britt?
How's the audio sound on mine?
You're good. You sound good.
Oh, okay, cool. I forgot my mic in Nashville, so I'm
Oops.
working with my AirPods. I'm glad they sound okay. Yeah,
That's
I left
all
that
right.
shit, man.
I left my earbuds in Missouri, so we're raw dogging it
Oh, yeah.
tonight.
Damn. All right. It's into my Airbnb,
What is up,
so
Britt?
I've enjoyed it so far. It's pretty
How
cool.
was your guys' travel so
Pretty
far?
cool spot. I
So you
traveled
found
up
a
and I went to
Airbnb?
Memphis to go visit some family. Airbnb, yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
The benefits.
Steve, before I
having
forget.
Yo.
So we moved our squad for a journal, Boulder Journal. We moved our squad to Tuesday night. Yeah, because my dude's not in.
Whoops.
My dude's not here yet. Yeah, we just moved it. Yeah,
Okay,
sorry,
well,
dude.
I'm bowling Tuesday night.
Nice to stop in, brother.
Oh yeah. Sorry about that.
So, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I
Might
already
stay in
did.
Nashville.
Whoops.
Move it. Bowling point.
So I don't know if they're gonna like assign me a random partner or what, but I'll still be there at 9 a.m. because I bowl Tuesday night.
Right. Yeah, you're still gonna bowl. You're still eligible to bowl singles, but yeah, doubles is kind of awkward. Hate to do that to you, man. Sorry.
Right.
Yeah, my teammate's still in Nashville right now, and I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
I think we had a lot of curveballs today.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Between our podcast guests not being able to show up, and then Steve now getting flagged.
Yeah, one good thing about getting flagged though is I no longer have to flip the camera. So
Yeah. I mean, I don't
I
want
just
like,
won't
you know,
push it.
Yeah,
I can still get up tomorrow morning. I could go
have a
bowl.
slate flight.
yeah, I mean if you want to bowl it, let's roll it because I'm already in.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that.
And ordinarily, I'd be like, yeah, no problem. I'll just go ahead and flip mine too. But I kind of got to be at the racing.
But no, you can't.
at
Yeah, you can't.
7:45.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, hey,
Driving
hey,
here
hey.
was a mess. It was a fucking mess driving here.
Oh, dude, ours was easy.
Going through this, dude, going through the storm in southern Mississippi was awful.
Yeah, we hit a little bit of
I couldn't
that,
see
but
anything for like a good 30 minutes.
luckily we didn't have to go east, so we stayed outside of it for the most part because we just
Yeah.
straight down 55.
Yeah.
Crashed at Memphis.
When did you
for
start
a night.
driving?
When
did you start
we
driving?
started driving around 1 o'clock on Saturday.
Saturday. Okay, right. I
Uh,
left
we
this morning at like 10 o'clock.
we crashed in Memphis Saturday night so we could hit up Beale Street in Memphis,
Yeah, yeah. I saw
and
Dyersburg.
then
Dyersburg is like it's so good, but it's like a clogged artery waiting to happen.
it'll take years off your life, but damn it.
It is. It is.
Yes, disabled veteran. I'm definitely going to be flying to Reno. There's no way I'm making that drive from South
Yeah,
Florida.
definitely flying to Reno.
Yeah, there's no way. Honestly, if I find somebody here in South Florida that is going to make that drive, I'm going to give them all my gear and see you when you get there. But I'm going to make that drive.
He's going to Uber his
I may
gear there.
actually be
Seriously. It's the quietest ride ever.
I may be doing the drop ship option, just mailing my shit up there in advance,
Oh, for Reno? Hell yeah.
grabbing it when I get there.
Oh, I mean, dude, but it's pricey.
Yeah, but so is checking bags now.
Oh yeah, dude, absolutely. Dude, just a heavy carry-on for the tournament, which I brought it down. If I was over that 70 pounds, which I'm a silver medallion member, so I get a little extra weight. But if I'm over it, they want $200 each way.
Jesus.
Send them all to veterans.
I was gonna say, Chris, your address is gonna be busy there, bro.
Why you get all these bowling balls, honey?
I swear they're not all mine.
Yeah, I was just
They're
gonna
not
say
all
that.
mine.
I swear, they're already drilled. They're not mine. Hey,
What's
Big
up, Big Josh?
So, Richie, give us a little bit of a rundown for the people who may not be familiar with you, what you do on your channel.
Whatever I feel like. But people have been really gravitating towards the form analysis
watching
stuff.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching him doing video games the other night. I don't even know what it was called. Cobra knew it.
Rocket League.
Yeah, right.
I was playing Rocket League.
Yeah,
Rocket
dude,
League.
I've seen it
No,
before, but I never
like,
knew what it was called.
Like 2 years ago, I was sinking a lot of time into Rocket League, so I just took the time I was sinking into the game into editing videos, and that just seems to work out. So I'm cool doing that. Editing videos, and that just seems to work out. So I'm cool doing that.
It's actually fun to
Thanks.
watch Rocket League. It's something to keep up with.
Oh, yeah.
It's like constantly moving. You can stay focused on it.
Yeah.
So, my question for you, Rich, is when did you decide to make the transition to start editing videos and start doing analysis for people?
So what do you mean by edit? So from the beginning, I'm just like editing videos, but I'm more so was just like putting a game together or something like that.
Right.
I did a couple
Like,
bowling ball
what's-
reviews on YouTube, but why did I do like a form analysis? Is what you're asking?
No, like what made you like jump to that? Like because honestly, you're helping a lot of people. Dude. You've helped me so much in the past couple weeks.
I learned best by examples, so I took myself as an example. There's a video on YouTube with me getting coached by Mark Baker by a virtual lesson, and then I showed the progression over, I don't know, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever it was.
Which is-
And then, yeah, then I did it for a couple guys at my local bowling alley. So sent a video of like Alex, expecting, this guy's falling off every shot, but he's crushing the pocket every time, expecting some sort of feedback from Baker. But then Baker had like just highlighted everything that was good about his form. Then also did one for a two-hander. So I have an example of. Oh, and oh yeah, I forgot about Connor. Somebody with. So I'm an example of early timing. Connor's an example of late timing. Then I had Alex being that hybrid form, and then I have a two-hander. So I was kind of going after different styles.
Right, which makes sense.
Yeah. And all of that, like I've got Baker's opinion on all of those guys. So like I try to piece together what he's saying plus what he's saying like on his channel, not his channel, but the Cleanup Crew. And then also what I've seen from like all the other coaches out there on the YouTube space.
I was going to say, Britt, if you weren't talking about bowling, you kind of got to do that not on this platform.
What does she say? Yo. Yeah.
Oh goodness, that is
Oh my gosh.
that is reserved for a platform that only has one fan.
Right.
It's the only one. It's the only one.
I mean, that's a huge market. OF bowling.
Yeah, it is.
Dude, I'm not kidding. There was a guy that showed up to the sweeper that I just did on Saturday, had a that shirt on that said "that fan." Yeah, we know that fan.
I almost got one of the only dad shirts.
That's hilarious.
I think wasn't D-Gab selling a couple of only pins?
So at one point in time,
Yeah,
I
you had a
believe
couple of
so.
only pins in there. They were in the shop when we were there.
I don't think I even noticed.
Oh, it was only strikes. That's what it was. Only
Oh,
strikes.
Oh, what's up, Sandra?
Well, there, you three can come out with your own T-shirt, only pins.
Right?
Subscribe to my channel, only pins. Some are painted red, some are painted white.
Mine would be like only 10 pins.
Yours would be a pickle.
Yeah.
I would say
Pickle pin.
mine
It
would be.
started off as a little cucumber, and it progressed into a salty little pickle.
Until a gherkin.
I would say, see, D-Gab's got only strikes. I would do only splits.
Yeah, or gutter balls.
We're gutter balls now.
Oh goodness. So
I don't know. I came up with the conclusion when I'm bowling, I'm thinking I'm golfing. The lowest score wins.
Dude, the burnt lanes I was on today, that's exactly what it was. I mean, we were literally competing.
I had a guy in our Mulligan League on Wednesday before I came down here, which I have to post bowl when I get back, by the way.
That's the worst.
The dude did in his fourth game. The poor guy did not break 100.
What?
He needed a 10. He needed a strike on the fill ball for 100 even, and he got 8 or 8.
Oh no.
Oh, that had to hurt, man. I mean, talk about like tearing yourself down. I'm not gonna lie. There was a guy on my league when I was up in Huntsville, Alabama. He quit his second game because he was like, "I'm gonna do better with my blind at this point." And luckily, it helped us because since he did take that spot out, we did still place. And if he would have kept going, we would have dropped probably two spots.
Well, and
Yeah, that's rough.
And that's the thing. I mean, the Mulligan League, the entire purpose of it is dropping your lowest score. So, I mean, in grand scheme, it didn't matter because his 98 was getting dropped. But still.
So like I say, is Steve do better?
So how does the
What
Mulligan
was he
League
doing?
work? You bowl 3 games?
Go ahead.
You still bowl 3 games?
You bowl 4 games, and you drop your
The
lowest
Mulligan
score.
League?
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
Interesting.
4 games, drop your
Okay.
lowest score for a 3-game average.
Yeah.
It's USBC sanctioned, but if you shoot an honor score, it's got to be either an 800 within the first 3 games or a 300 within the first 3 games. Game 4 does not count.
Yeah, you can't split it.
Yeah. All right.
It
That's
has
fair.
to be secondary.
And the cool thing is we kind of tournament format it, so we move a pair to the right every game.
Which honestly, that's probably like the safest thing to do to make sure everyone's going through the same transitions.
Hey, I was in the top 15 in week 2. I had a bad week 3, Josh. I was in the top 13 week 1. I had a bad week 2. And now when I post bowl, I will be on the same pair for all 4 games. Granted, it'll only be me, but I'm going to actually have to move more, which I'm fine with because I'm not afraid of playing inside as a lefty.
I mean, honestly, it's more about just pacing yourself so you're not burning yourself up.
Oh, dude. The first year, every time I post bowled, I was done in like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And I was like basically crawling out of the bowling alley because I had nothing left.
Yeah. Honestly, that quick pace, it can crush you. Can we sit?
So, how long after you switched to the analysis format did you like really start blowing up? As soon as I ask a question, he pauses.
Take the hint,
Fine,
bro.
didn't want that answer anyway.
Take the hint.
I was trying to connect my phone to the Wi-Fi because it keeps on dropping, but
I got
okay.
you.
So the first one I did got 900,000 views.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Yeah, 900,000 views, and it still wasn't the biggest video for some reason. Like me throwing a fucking rattler was like 1 million views at the time, and I'm like, how?
Oh,
Me throwing a
in
Venom
the-
Shock like 800,000 views. Like I don't know why people. I guess it's just like the edits. Well, sure, Venom Shocks are awesome, but like it's the
Yeah,
line tracing
dude, and
with
honestly-
the zooms and the crops and 4K 60 FPS. You can actually see the pins down lane. Like you can see like the ball motion for the most part.
Well,
I was to
that's
say,
awesome.
I did bring my shock. I bring my shock everywhere I go, but I don't
Right.
think I'm going to use it in singles and doubles because it's a lighter pattern. I think I'm going to
Yeah.
use my IQ Tour as my benchmark ball,
Sure.
It's
Cool.
not bad. Yeah.
and then use the shock for the benchmark ball on teams.
I think I'm gonna get a lot of use out of
shock.
my. Sure.
He went there. He went there.
Which, I mean, that was the entire reason I brought three ball rollers. That way I could interchange
Yeah.
between singles and doubles and teams.
Like I brought three ball rollers as well, but when I made my video, I was trying to like do it from the perspective of someone who only is burning 6 because that's the most
Yeah,
common
yeah, yeah.
thing.
Because I know on singles and doubles, it's a 6 gamer, so my weaker stuff's going to be more in play. So it's going to be the
Yeah.
Rally, the Wolverine, the IQ
Mhm.
Tour.
Yeah.
And then those 3 I know are going. The purple cheat code's going to go to any tournament, so it's going to be in a spot in the second bag. And then I've got those other 2 spots that I can, mingle and dust.
There's a team from Nashville that's the 7th right now for teams, and they said urethane was not in play at all. There's a speed bump down lane, so you wouldn't get to flare past that.
Yeah, I heard speed control's big this year. Like if
Yeah.
you get it going too quick, it's just going to blow right through the break point.
Yeah.
Sure.
Or the same.
Yeah,
With-
I don't necessarily care. Like, I don't like how they don't announce the pattern personally, because then you have people traveling from everywhere and they don't know what to bring.
Yeah. I think that's kind of a little bit of BS because honestly, like,
Right.
well, you're forced to just basically just
Yeah.
pick just arsenal that you really don't know what you're walking into.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with that if it's a single day event, but the fact that it's like going through months, you're gonna have a lot of hearsay about the pattern from
Right.
a bunch of different people.
Well, yeah, because everyone reads differently too.
Sure.
Well, and the other thing is especially this year when they just installed the lanes at this convention center,
Right.
they're brand new, and by the time people come in later in the summer, they're going to be beat up. They're not going to be the exact same as it was when it was first laid out. And every time you strip and re-oil, they're just going to get tighter.
Yeah, and you get a topography chart. You can find that on bowl.com. So that was pretty cool to find. I got to figure out what pair I'm on though. I haven't looked at them yet.
I was going to say, I'm probably going to run over there and watch a little bit of one of the afternoon sets just to
Right.
try to get a live view of it to see how everybody's trying to attack it.
Right.
for a
Yeah,
little
same.
bit tomorrow. Then I'm gonna come back in, play some MLB The Show, get some offline grinding done,
Okay.
and then go bowl our 7:30 event.
Cool. Sounds good.
Because I bring my PS5 everywhere I go, especially if it's just bowling.
Yeah.
I'm like, I got to do something else to fill out the day. So
Yeah.
the PS5 comes with me.
I haven't played my PS in a long time, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sleeping.
That did
I
not
don't
sound
even-
right.
I don't even hardly touch my phone anymore.
I haven't
Damn
touched
thing.
my PS.
Damn thing goes off all the time. I just put it in a corner.
I know. I see you ignore my texts all the time, dude. It's fine.
Hey, I don't think you understand how many texts and calls I get a day. Are you coming out to mow my lawn? Hey, my friend needs their lawn cut. Oh, shut up.
You
I
gotta
was
stop
gonna say,
accepting followers from other countries because they're gonna blow you up. Just saying.
I was gonna say you didn't realize Cobra's kind of a big deal. People know him.
Yeah, right. I don't think so.
People know.
Hey, that one person from Indonesia who wants to meet me on WhatsApp. I mean, maybe them. That I might be famous over there. You never know.
But I will tell you that is all. That is like a benefit to having those international followers and the people that you follow back, because I've got like a handful of friends in Malaysia, and I can literally wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning and watch bowling because they're bowling their evening sets in Malaysia.
Yeah.
So one heads up, like when you get to 10K followers and you get into the creator reward program, Malaysian views don't pay very much at all.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I'm
like-
not saying a big part of my
no,
following. is from
I know.
Malaysia.
I just want to give you that heads up. Like,
Well, yeah, and
like
honestly,
American views pay well, British views, and Canadian views.
and you got
like-
to clear your stuff up every once in a while. You can't just
Sure.
do the same. Otherwise,
Put some-
it doesn't work.
Look, I say that because I put some anime music on like a video, and like I got 400,000 views from Malaysia. like it was like all Malaysia.
I was to say, you look at it, you're like, yes, how much is
$1.99.
that? Fuck!
They're paying you in Bitcoin.
They
Yo,
paid
what's
you
up, London?
yen.
Okay, so y'all were asking me about the first form review. So this London, she just hopped in the chat. Let me see. Yeah, she's still here. So London is the first one I worked with, and she specifically asked for some feedback on her game. So they just kind of naturally work that way.
Ah, I gotcha. And didn't we just get like an
A follow up.
update video from her?
Yes. Yeah, that was
Okay.
like earlier this month. Yes.
Yeah, I remember it.
Cool.
I was gonna say, I was like, if this is the same person, then I'm pretty sure we just got an update video from her.
Yeah.
And that kind of goes back to what he was talking about earlier. People, it doesn't matter how good or how bad of a bowler you are. People want to see progression.
Yeah.
If you're just out there just throwing the same thing all the time and you're not really trying to like get better, you're gonna like not. But if you work at it, you just gotta progress.
I was gonna say
Oh, dude,
my game is.
What?
I was bowling league with a bunch of guys for years, right? And this was during the time that I couldn't pick a 7-pin to save my life. All summer long, I dedicated to actually getting better at picking my 7-pin, and I could actually pick 7-pins. We get back to the first night of league, and I was bowling against the team that is used to bowling with me and not seeing me even remotely come close to picking a 7-pin. I went 5 for 5 that night on 7-pins, and they're like, "What did you do?" And I just looked at him and gave him the Happy Gilmore. I'm like, somebody figured out how to pick a 7-pin.
Yeah.
Oh.
And sometimes that's probably one thing I will say. Sometimes people will just get overloaded with too much information, and that's why I wanted to say thank you to Richie, because like even though his analysis is thorough, he doesn't overload you with like, oh, you are doing this wrong or you're doing this wrong. He gives you the pros, but he also tells you the things that are going to help you in the long run. You can't
I think you
say
get that out of
a day.
I think you get that out of the video editing because, like, if I coach someone in person, I'm overloading them. I don't know how to do this shit.
Yes, I agree, dude. And honestly, I've been coached, and I definitely felt overloaded immediately.
Sure.
I was going to say, your coach live and he hands you over like a short novel of all the things you need to work on.
Like, you're bad. You're bad. You're bad. You're bad. You're bad.
I think like starting with the positives pretty much helped because your timing is fine.
Right.
Like there's nothing to change about your timing.
It's more the approach.
Sure, like the alignment and
The
yeah,
stutter
yeah.
step.
Yeah, the stutter
Yeah.
step's got to go. And
Sure.
today, all I was doing when I was concentrating on actual like my throwing style, I did not let that ball go behind my back today one bit.
Cool. Now notice I didn't say shit about removing the stutter step. I just said I don't know what's going on here. And like I wouldn't
That's all you
necessarily
need to say. Not so sure about this.
right, but like I wouldn't necessarily want to change something when your timing is good. You know, like if that's a thing that you do, if that's your thing, then I
Right.
don't
Yeah.
need to change
The Fred Flintstone.
it. Sure.
Yeah, I know. I've heard people talk to me about it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, I've still got to record my stuff to send to you, but we had
Sure.
talked about it in person last week. It was like, you got a really late push away. I'm like, yeah, but I also have a really short arm swing to counteract.
Oh yeah.
My issue is I don't use bowling shoes, so I don't slide. I plant.
That's not
That's a lot
necessarily
of my
bad.
issue.
There's plenty
And
of
that
people
was-
that do that.
Yeah, there's
That was literally years of timing manipulation, trying to figure out what the right timing was.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh, as soon as that second foot comes up, that's when you're supposed to put your push away out. But because of a short backswing, my hand was way out in front of me as I got to the line. I'm like, okay, so that's not going to work.
Your like elbow is like damn near 90 degrees in your backswing.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be fun to work with.
And honestly, dude, I love the fact that you explained just when we were together different camera angles,
Sure.
the zoom aspects, because you get to see a lot more when you use the technology to your advantage.
Right, and that's kind of what I want to see is just better bowling content.
Yeah.
I've been editing my
I
stuff
agree.
live, and I've been having a lot of fun with that.
How quickly did it take you to get to 10K?
Well, okay, so I started. Okay, wait. I started on YouTube, right? I started on YouTube, and I started December of last year. The year before. So I already had like almost like 9 months of me knowing how to edit, and then I jumped onto TikTok in November. And then from November to March, I got to 10K. So it's not like if I say November to March, people have a different idea of like, well, I've been doing this for a year off of TikTok.
on a different platform, right?
Correct. And the reason why I switched over is that because my buddy shot 300, and I posted on mine, and then he posted on TikTok. I got like 30,000 views pretty quickly, and then he got like 500,000 in the same time frame.
Well, and I did something similar. Like my live streams when this didn't exist, I was primarily a live stream guy. I was streaming on Twitch and just like getting 4 or 5 views every night if I was lucky.
Yeah.
And then I sat there and thought about it one night. I'm like, hey, you're an idiot. You've got over 1,000 followers on TikTok. Why are you trying to build a Twitch following when you have a built-in one here on this platform already?
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, it also just shows how strong TikTok is compared to other platforms.
I was surprised how many bowlers are here posting content compared to like YouTube. YouTube really just has like the big guys there.
Yeah.
Right. I think a lot of people are a little bit more intimidated by YouTube. To be
Sure.
honest.
It's such a grind, man, because it's such a big, vast platform. Like, to get on a suggested page is damn near impossible.
Oh well, there's a lot that goes into that. There's your thumbnail is important.
Yeah.
The first like minute of your video is very important.
Yeah.
If you hook their engagement at that point, then I think you can land on a For You page or on a
Suggested
login
page.
page. Yeah, suggested. Yeah.
But yeah,
So
I
how
mean,
important-
it's a similar philosophy here on TikTok, but your hook needs to be in the first 5 to 10 seconds here on TikTok.
Oh, no, even faster. 2 seconds. Your first 2 seconds matter, and then like the 5 seconds after that, it needs to give them like an idea of what they're watching.
Right.
Hey, this is Pickles on like the first 2 seconds. So now you have like an introduction. We're gonna be watching an Ebola game and looking at his forum, so they know what to expect out of the video.
Right.
What were you going to ask, Cobra? You were about
So
to ask.
how important is certain hashtags and whatnot?
I'd hardly spend any time on hashtags. Like,
No
like
hashtags?
almost nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, I've just been throwing bowl talk on or bowling talk TikTok on mine. Like,
Okay.
and then
I was
maybe
gonna say,
like
yeah,
the ball,
I mean,
the
that's
manufacturer.
the majority of the ones I use. I use obviously ours.
Mhm.
I use Steve's. I use Bowlers of TikTok.
Yeah.
And that's basically it.
The biggest thing is the hook at the beginning. You have to get people to watch the retention chart. If you post a video and you thought it was going to do better than what it did, go look at the retention chart to see when people dropped off.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything over, what is it? Anything over 8 seconds is a good video because most people drop off after 8 to 10 seconds.
Depending on the length of the video, yeah, because it's a percentage, right?
Yeah.
So TikTok is hosting a minute-long video, right? And if you're only getting 8 seconds out of it, that's a terrible percentage because they have to keep that storage of your video up there to serve it in the server. So, but if it's like a 15-second video and you're getting 8 seconds, then that's a higher percentage. So it's cheaper to host, but also you're getting a larger percentage of the video duration.
Yeah. That was the big thing that I learned in the TikTok shop. It's like short videos with 8 to 10 second attention spans do well.
Cool. Yeah, I'm not really into TikTok shop. I don't think I would transition into that stuff just because I don't like selling anything. I don't want to sell anything. Like the same way,
I've gotten way away from it because I don't want to be in the apprenticeship program anymore, where it limits you to 5 sellable videos a week. Once I get past 5,000, then I can post as much sellable content as I want. So I want the restrictor plate off me.
Roland's
Not-
asking questions.
Yeah, not yet, Rowan, but we are going to talk about it definitely very soon. We're going to probably talk about it either later tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the youth one, right, Josh? If I remember correctly, that's the one where you're paired up with some youth. Oh no. Oh, okay. I know you were pushing one that you were paired with youths too.
No adult kid.
Oh Jesus. Oh, okay. We actually have to read, so we have to put glasses back on. God, getting
That's all in the world.
I refuse to get glasses. I make my kids read it.
And you're supposed to be the one pinning comments? That's not good.
Oh shit! I'm supposed to be penning. Oh crap! I forgot.
You have one
You
assignment.
can see you can see my sometimes is kicking in.
Yeah, I think the new stuff's going to be awesome, dude. 100%.
Now, I know that the videoing at Raising Cane's is a big no-no, but are you planning on shooting anything tomorrow?
Oh, at Bullet Journal? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah.
Because I thought about it. I didn't even bring any of my stuff, like my microphones, none of my stuff, because I'm like, oh, wait, we can't do any of this. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
but we can at Bowler's Journal.
Right. Yeah.
Which to me doesn't make sense because they want to keep the patterns a secret. We're bowling on the same pattern as the singles and doubles at
It doesn't make
Raising
sense. The crazy thing is that, I'm not insinuating anything, but someone somewhere has to know this stuff. Like there's a lane machine, there's a mechanic that knows what the pattern is, and they're laying it out day after day after day after day.
Someone knows
But
something.
someone is going to leak some sort of information. Not
Right.
I'm not insinuating like there's foul play, but humans are humans.
Right. And people
Right.
talk. If you know the right people, they're gonna talk a little bit.
Right.
I'm amazed on how tight-lipped it's been the last 2 or 3 years. You would think somebody'd be a loudmouth.
Yep.
Like what? Put it on Reddit?
Well, no, they're just going to keep it with their circle if there is anybody that knows something. And for the
I
most
got a
part, people are
suggestion.
pretty good at reading the lanes and,
Yeah.
and reporting back to their local centers.
Right. You should make one of the people in the chat a pen setter because it's easier for them to keep track of it than we at times.
You mean a moderator?
Yeah. So they can pen comments as they're reading.
Well, there is a moderator in the chat, boys and girls.
I see it.
Well, she's waiting to fly. See, we got to wait till next week to get them pinned. The live will be over by then. I'll just tease it.
All right, I can't help myself. Shameless plug.
How do you pin stuff
Lucky
anyways?
Energy.
Lucky.
It is pinned in my showcase. It is really good. If you feel obliged, go get yourself a case.
I'm just a coffee drinker for the most part.
I'm an iced coffee person. Like
Cool.
the last 2 or 3 days driving with my wife,
Yeah.
7 Brews become one of my faves.
Oh, what's up, Black Swan? Appreciate that, Hardman.
What up, Swan?
Swan.
Oh, she gave Steve the Hardman.
Yeah, I'm
Yo,
special.
Swan, where's mine?
Thanks for stopping in, Swan.
Oh, goodness gracious. Swan, it looks like Swan's recently fallen back in love with that dragon. She went away from it a little while, and now she's going
Yeah.
back to it.
I'm just glad that like on the last live she was doing, she got the back 6 on that one.
Oh,
I've been messing with her the whole time. Every time
I
I see her go live, I keep telling her, "Give me a 5-piece, I'll donate."
Yes, me and Richie are both down here in Baton Rouge.
And yes, my name's Richie. I don't. That's not really too public.
Yeah,
but I don't.
bowling
I don't care. I don't
But hold on, that
care.
that guy in that quadrant. Of course, I took my dragon. What are you talking about? That's my smooth control option.
I haven't thrown any swag stuff.
I
So
just
what
ordered
is-
two new swag balls yesterday.
If I get a swag ball, what should I get?
I just picked up the dragon. I love my Crazed Pearl, but I also picked up the Unreal.
That's my next one. Is the Unreal.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting that.
The Mulligan League, they give us a $200 gift certificate to the pro shop, and I'm having Daniel Puerto order me a Unreal.
Cool.
Yes, Hayden, we know.
Yeah, I'm an STL guy. I live about 45 minutes west of St. Louis.
My house stinks because of all of Hayden's storm balls and Bree's storm balls.
Bro, I will, but I got to spend a $200 gift card. And if I'm gonna spend free money, I'm gonna spend free money.
Wait, where are you getting free money?
I get a $200 gift certificate when I get done with the Mulligan League.
I'm just kidding.
That's free money.
Is that for everybody, or is it like you have to finish the top whatever?
No, it's for everybody. Anybody that pays the entire league. Anybody that pays the entire league gets a gift card.
It's like cash back on your credit card, man. That's not necessarily free.
Right.
I'm gonna let you live in your own world. It's free money. It wasn't originally yours.
So, do you guys think with
free in my
bowling?
The other
you
thing
think-
I like about it is, like, if you go in and you pay it off week 1, they give you your gift certificate right there.
Oh yeah.
So it's whenever you pay it off, you get your gift certificate for the league.
I'm in a sport league, and they're gonna give us like a bowling ball at the end. So I'm gonna pay it off as soon as let them do girl math. But yeah, I'm gonna pay it off as soon as the EJ Jackal comes out. As soon as I can get my hands on that.
And then there's a summer league at St. Charles where our boy here is. It's an Arsenal league. It's a doubles league, and each guy gets like somewhere between $500 and $1,000 at the end of the league to buy a new Arsenal.
That's crazy.
You said 1,000?
Thank you.
I did.
That's
I
great.
think I think it's $500 a piece, but the team gets $1,000.
Oh, okay.
So, what do you guys think about WB taking over the contract for PBA next year?
I think it's
I've been saying it for a year and a half that they needed to go back to broadcast television to start growing again.
Yeah, I don't think it's a great move, to be honest. I kind of feel like they were happy that they were not going to get into another contract, and it needs not to be on a paid.
It doesn't need to be on cable. It needs to be on broadcast TV.
All right,
only
do y'all?
thing I agree. The only thing I would have done is I would have changed the finals to like 10 a.m. on Saturday.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that. Hey,
What were you saying, Rick?
Hey, Joel.
Do y'all remember, like, in the early 2000s, Ryan Simonelli winning, like, Cheetah? Or no, Duke won, but that whole process of, like, seeing qualifying, getting to the match, and so on, like, that type of stuff behind the scenes, like, they need to have at least one of those a season.
Yeah, I mean, I was also a big proponent that they need to change the step ladder. They've been doing the step ladder for far too long in these tournaments. They need to figure out another way to determine a champion that's not a step ladder to freshen it up.
Okay. What do you have in mind? Like a Survivor? I think they've done Survivor stuff, right?
They used to, yeah.
Yeah.
Or if they're going to do a step ladder, make it a best of 3, or a race to 2 at every step. You got to do
Sure.
You got to do something to change it up.
That's a lot of bowling. They need
It
to.
is
They wouldn't be able to do that live. You can't do that live. You got to cut all of the shots together and narrate over it. That has to be all done in post.
I think they should promote women's bowling a little bit more too.
Sure.
Yeah. I agree with that, but women's bowling is exclusively on Bowl TV now, so it's behind
No,
the
I
paywall.
get that.
Oh,
I get that, but
Yeah.
watching them, they're more consistent with their releases and their technique and their fundamentals, and it would be a good curve for people who are wanting to get into the sport. Watch them to learn the technique and fundamental.
Well, I mean, that's exactly what a lot of like average people do when they watch a sport that they're interested in learning. They'll go watch the female
Yeah.
pros, because it's more like what they need to be learning, because the guys in most pro sports can just overpower it and dominate it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Well, men don't follow instruction well. I mean, that's just the reality of it.
Is your girl behind you making you say this, bro?
Nope.
Okay. Just want to make
I
sure.
mean, yes, until you get to what is her name, Deja, the Polish chick who has a 450 rev rate.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Polish people are they're built different.
Dude, you just
Dude, Daria.
Daria, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I love watching her bowl because it's like, okay, she's like the female EJ Tackett. She's like, look, I'm doing something that none of you other women can do.
Yeah.
I'm overpowering everything.
She's in a league of her own, for sure.
That's just fundamental good timing and a good swing path.
Yes.
But when you're wanting to sit and watch a technical bowler on the female side, it's Danielle McEwen. She is incredibly smooth.
I want to say Baker used her as the example for female bowlers.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Or if you want to look at some older videos, Liz Johnson in her prime.
Sure.
It's phenomenal.
I mean, well, Kelly Kulik won Tournament of Champions.
Yeah, I was going to say she won a TOC.
I would say she has incredible fundamentals.
There's a girl up the road that's in, I think she just graduated this year. She's pretty good. I can't remember her name, but she's
More righter or more lefter. Sorry.
great.
Reading comments. Righter or lefter.
Let me see if I can get Landon in here. Landon would know.
Let's see. Oh, Aaron just joined. It looks. Hold on.
We're at 22K, guys. Good job. Thanks for the love.
Oh, it's Aaron. You're on your primary. Did you get live access back on your primary?
Do you know who I'm talking about, Hayden? That high school girl that's doing pretty good around here.
Suck. You're still not no live access on your primary. That sucks, dude. I'll say Richie. Aaron's another guy that's kind of like somewhat in your area. He's in South Haven, Mississippi.
Oh, South Haven? Cool, nice. So, strike zone probably goes to strike zone.
Oh, sweet. Okay. I gotta follow your backup a little more because I haven't been getting the notifications that you went live on your backup. But yeah, Aaron's another fellow lefty. Shot an 880 with an absolute power, hence the Aaron 880.
Oh, nice.
So, Richie, what's your favorite pattern to throw on?
Oh, dude. Dude, I don't know.
Yes, Hayden.
This season's been pretty rough for me, but the season before, I was a top qualifier in our local tournaments. It's called the McCorvey's Bowling World Tour, whatever. And like I was top qualifier on like 4 of them, and they're all different patterns. So I really can't say. But I mean, this season I've been bowling like ass. I guess like I haven't made a cut.
I would say my favorite sport or PBA pattern is the Viper. I love the Viper. It is purple cheat code all day long.
Wait, Aaron Martin? Do you know Aaron's last name?
Not off the top of my head.
Yeah, that's right, Hayden. Kylie Fisher.
Holloman, yep, you were right.
Aaron Holloman? Holloman? Oh shit, I know who he is. I grew up in Memphis. So I've known of the Hollomans forever.
Small world.
What's up, Brady?
What up, Brady?
So, Richie, what's your biggest bowling pet peeve?
Ooh, I love this. I love this. This is my favorite.
I don't let much bother me, or I don't know. Pet peeve? I guess one time I was mad because the dude smelled like ass next to me. I'm like, dude, put some fucking deodorant on. And it's just like,
I get that.
I went
He
to
left
the
his
hotel.
ball cleaner at home. He
I went
brings
to
his
the
axe.
After the first squad, I went to the hotel and I grabbed an extra stick of deodorant and I tried to give it to the kid's dad. I'm like, this dude smells like ass. I went to talk to the tournament director, dude. And it's like, oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. And I'm like, that's a bad fucking sign if you smell that bad.
He throws him the axe can and says, "Clean your ball with this."
Well,
I said that's probably it.
to kind of piggyback off of that is it doesn't aggravate me because there is a small side benefit to it. But when you got one of your guys on the pair that you're bowling, goes outside and smells like he ran over a skunk, but then everybody gets a contact high off of him.
Yeah. Okay, that doesn't smell as bad as pure BO. Like,
Yeah, I agree with that. All right, Butch, your pre-question. How do you feel about Bolero?
I haven't bowled at a Bolero. I'm like, Nashville's pretty like separated from all of that.
I'm surprised Nashville doesn't have a Bolero.
No, not a single one. We got striking spares.
I love going to
yeah,
Tennessee, so I'm going to have to go to Nashville and bowl with you.
Yeah.
Give
Well,
me an
I was gonna
excuse
say
to go
that's-
to Tennessee.
I love how we
That's
have like
like
a
the
good
Tampa
amount of
area.
bowling alleys too. Like
Tampa
we have
area
a
is the
bunch of
same
them.
way. They don't have boleros; they have striking spares.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I knew that about Tampa.
See, that's
Go ahead.
we're fortunate enough here. We have a crap ton of bowling alleys around here. We have probably about 10 or 11 within 20, 25 minutes of each other.
Nightmare Doubles, is that Bolero? Yeah. I haven't bowled that over there. That's used to be Andy B's.
I was gonna say up until the 30th of October. If anybody needs an under teammate in an under over 40 tournament, holler at your boy because your boy turns 40 at the end of October.
You're just now hitting 40?
Bro.
Good Lord.
See this gray?
I'm 42 and I don't have that much gray.
I started, dude, 30 years old, this happened.
35 was when all the blonde in my hair and my beard turned gray.
Oh, is that? Yeah, I called it blonde then too. Sure, buddy.
No, it was legit.
No.
My beard grew in 3 colors. It was brown, blonde, and auburn.
Yeah, I called this blonde for a long time too. It's cool.
And then I turned 35 and all the blonde turned white.
I call that salt and pepper.
It's now more salt than pepper.
It's all them pickles you eat.
Dying my beard, bro.
I say, Brian is now a salty bitch.
I mean, if I'm in a Bolero and I'm throwing on string pins, yes. With that being said, how do you feel about string pins?
Also haven't bowled on them.
Wow.
We have nothing but free fall pins, except for one center that is like 45 minutes away from it.
I've
I had
only
no
done,
reason to go there.
yeah, I've only done one experience, and it was in a Bolero that they just put up in Davie.
Yeah.
And one of my bowling buddies that I do leagues with, he's like, "Oh, let's go check out this Bolero." You know, it's
Right.
new. The approaches were like 4 feet shorter than a normal approach,
That's weird.
dry as can be, and string set. I mean,
Yeah.
every ball that we had, it was literally cutter, cutter. I'm like, well, just pick up the house balls and just have some fun because we're only doing 2 games and that's it. We're out of here.
Right. Yeah. That's rough.
I was gonna say like I said, there's a distinct difference though in the edge string pins, the certified ones, and the outlaws, the outlaw string pins, the ones that aren't certified. Because the ones that aren't certified, you'll get miracle string pin carry left and right all day long. Doesn't matter. On the edge strings, you actually have to be more accurate because your pin action is not going to be as violent as it is on free fall.
Yeah, they can change the tension of the strings to make it harder or easier.
It's not the tension. I think it's the length.
Yeah, I was to say it's the string.
Right. Well, that's kind of what I meant by tension, but yeah, you're right.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was to say on string pins, I saw a bucket stand there. One of the pins got wrapped around a string, and then all 4 of them just magically went.
Yeah. There's some that you get away with, some that you don't get away with. It's definitely a different. I would say it's a learning challenge, kind of like a curve to figure it out when you actually have to do it. I mean, Black Swan, she bowls on them. She still crushes it. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's definitely it's different, but it's. I mean, bowling is bowling,
Yeah.
but it is definitely different. The only thing that I will say that I absolutely hate and will never bowl on again is twisters. Twister pins are created by Satan himself.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Sorry, I lost my audio for a minute, so just checking in.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
But yeah, twister pins. I've never seen so many pins fly. Like you will send messengers left and right, but none of them touch each other.
When my son throws on string or twister pins, they fly up in the air. That kid could hit the 7-pin and still strike every time because of all the pin action that boy gets.
Well, yeah, I mean you'll get a ton of action, but they don't hit. I've never seen so many missed messengers in my life in that 6 or 7 game qualifier that I bowled on twister pins. And I was like, why aren't these hitting? And the guy just laughs. He goes, they're twisters. Welcome to Twister Bowling.
Facts.
I'm like, yeah. He's like, you going to come back and bowl this again next year? No.
That's funny. Please say you're selling those.
The bowling group's having pickle problems.
Man, so I minimize so I can go move my squad, so I can bowl the journal with you.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Yay. Please
He-
accept
he-
the
he-
sincerest apologies for this
said,
loss.
check
But it
yourself.
is necessary.
Hold your.
Who went outside?
No, he's been outside.
I just hear crickets.
Yeah.
Literal crickets.
I heard geese earlier.
Well, I'm somewhat outside.
Oh,
It
Jesus
could be me.
Christ.
I don't know.
The captain for the
Wow.
plane just got to the. Oh, wow.
How long
He
you
just
been
left
on
the
that
bar.
plane?
You might want to give him a DUI test. He says I got to put up with her. Gunko.
Oh no, she's so beyond that. She's just gonna sit there with her headphones in and just silently steam and stew and give.
Yes, Steven, I agree. Twister pins equal rubber pins.
Yep, see exactly it. She's in the back. She'll be covered up in her blanket and just be like, just silently angry.
I know that silence. I know that silence very well.
What silence?
Silently angry.
No.
Yeah, the type of angry where you're so mad steam's shooting out of your ears and you want to scream, but you're so mad that your throat's locked up and nothing comes out. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Like this week has been a nightmare between the plumbing in my house. Now I'm having to get descaled because I was told I don't have cast iron. To my driveway, people completely destroyed my driveway, and it looks like garbage.
They're talking about letting get no.
But yeah, that kind of rage.
Yes. Like when Will Ferrell blacked out during Old School when he was in the debate and he came back, he's like, "What happened?"
Yeah. Facts.
How'd you do that? I don't know.
Right.
I see they're revamping the Tropical Surge line.
Yeah, it's going to Mexico.
The one is going to smell like vanilla. That might be kind of cool.
I remember the tropical line was like the first line that they actually put the scent in, and they brought the cherry tropical storm. That was the first one that had the scents in them.
Yeah, when I started doing my detox in my garage, and I do my storm balls, my garage smells like a fruit factory, bro.
I think that's one of the best parts about the IQAI is the what is it? It's apple cider donut, and each color smells different.
Right.
Yeah, the other one's going to be root beer float. Yep. And then red hot cinnamon, which nobody wants to smell cinnamon. That smells like a bathroom.
Dude, they're going after Fireball people. And I know a lot of Fireball people in my.
Wean yourself off a Fireball. Buy this Tropical Surge.
Literally, I know my bowling alley goes through a ton of Fireball.
Fireball's a devil.
Not for me. I don't. It's not my bag.
Oh, what's up, Steph?
Death strikes again.
Yeah, she's also another Nashville bowler. She bowls at Hermitage in
Yeah.
Smyrna.
We had her on last week, but she was so self-conscious about her appearance that she refused to turn her camera on.
No. I didn't know who she was, and then I ran into her at the city tournament. She was bowling on the pier next to me. So that was pretty cool.
She says, "I know all of you."
I'm sorry.
We apologize now.
But yeah, I think we're actually getting closer to this, to defining when we might actually be able to get this TikTok takeover done. I think we're going to do it in St. Louis because it's centrally located. You can't get any more centrally located than the dead center of the country. And I can drive it and then come back home.
Was this the idea of running like a tournament for everybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stream on every pair. And it's all TikTok and TikTok bowlers, TikTok creators.
And I'm sure Mark Dillard will probably throw 5 back-to-back 300s.
Dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he's gonna cry about shooting a $160 last game. So, so fuck that guy.
You went 3-3. I don't care what your third game was.
He was walking around like his dog died. Stop fucking moping. He looked like Eeyore.
No bother.
Meanwhile, he's leading the tournament.
The crush.
Roland's asking you a question.
What's your number?
Did your number? Hmm?
Did he get your number?
I'll get your number.
Oh, did you get your number? No, I'll send it to you. But yeah, and I think what we're gonna do is singles and doubles. Singles obviously is by yourself. Doubles will be random draw, and I really like the idea of doing a trios random draw. If we get enough people, it may have to turn into a quad random draw.
Right, yeah. I do like the random draw.
I really like the idea of having doubles and trios being random draw.
I want to run a tournament where you might start with, like, let's say doubles, right? You bowl up against another double team, and then you get to pick one bowler from the team that lost,
Ooh,
and now you have 3.
I
And
do
then you
like that.
then you run it up to 5. Whoever is the best team of 5 wins. You need a very specific number of people to get this to work.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what I was going to say. You have to have those numbers, like, perfect.
I think it's 60. I think you need 60 people.
We are talking the possibly Labor Day weekend.
I'm saying we recruit somebody to help put it together. You opened your mouth, dude. You put your foot right in there.
He's like, oh crap.
We don't care how new you are as long as you like the bowl. It's
Yeah.
about
I mean, it's all about.
Yeah.
It's less about what you can score. It's more about the TikTok community actually getting together.
I don't care if you bowl a 20. If you're a good, pleasant person to be around, more power to you.
If you're bowling a 20, I doubt you're going to be in a pleasant mood.
I don't know. I see all them kids having fun bowling 10s and 15s and laughing their butts off.
That's a little different.
I mean, I've bowled a 20 after 2 frames.
So I was thinking about the idea of okay, draft style. So like that's what Steph just asked. So you might like bowl a couple games to get seeding. Top seed gets to pick their doubles partner going into the other section of the tournament or whatever.
I don't mind that either. Like, like depending on how many people you have, but like the
Yeah.
top 15 are designated as captains, and then you could do a snake draft.
Sure.
Yeah, I think honestly, it really just depends on how many people will be there.
Well, I mean, probably mentioned it to about 100+ people, and almost all 100 are interested. So, I mean, obviously, travel comes into play. I mean, it might have a good turnout.
Well, like I said, I think that's why it makes the most sense to do it during Labor Day weekend, because everybody can take advantage of the Monday as a travel day.
Yeah, but a lot of people do family stuff on that time too, though.
Sure.
Bring the fam. You can go up to the arch and sway in the wind. You're fine.
Oh, hell no. If I'm traveling, I ain't taking the family.
What do you mean? Your family's on TikTok, bro. They're already invited.
My kids follow me around wherever I go. Ain't that right, Hayden? Nah,
As long
they're
as
pleasant to be around.
That's what I was thinking. Like I said, it's just
Oh,
the
yeah.
extra day is a designated travel day. Most people are going to be off that Monday anyway. You can come in. St. Louis is a hub. It's easy to get in and out of. It's actually one of the better airports in the country as far as ease of getting in and out.
Kaylin, rumor has it you're still going to be on that same plane by the time Labor Day comes around.
You flying Spirit?
United.
yeah. And they're not united today.
Yeah, the United is not united.
How many tolls you got to go through to get where you're at, Roland?
Bro,
It
you
takes
didn't talk to me about tolls. I live in South Florida. We have tolls everywhere.
But
That's highway robbery.
like I said, and it's just easy to get in, easy to get out. It's not like a nightmare airport like Denver or Dallas, actually Dallas isn't that bad. Denver or Atlanta. Screw the Atlanta airport.
Dude, Atlanta's tough to drive through. Every time I've gone through Atlanta, it's a pain.
Well, dude, I had a connecting flight in Atlanta. I went from St. Louis to Atlanta to somewhere in Florida. I don't even remember where my final destination was. But it was a 30-minute. I had a 30-minute window from when I landed to get on the next plane. And it was on the other side of the freaking airport.
Yeah, bro, and you gotta book it, bro, because that place is huge.
Well, that's the thing. You have to take the tram to the other side of the airport. You don't have an option.
Yeah,
And that tram runs every 10 minutes.
yeah.
It's like there's no way I'm making this plane. No way.
Yeah, anytime I go through Atlanta, I know that I have to make sure my layover is at least like an hour and a half to 2 hours. Just to make sure that I have plenty of time to get off the plane, decompress, get over to the other terminal, and then find some place that I can chill out for a little bit.
Right.
I have family down in Hickson and Chattanooga area.
Chattanooga's fun.
I love Chattanooga.
That's a good song.
The only thing I don't like about Chattanooga is driving there when it's like, welcome to Missouri, welcome to Tennessee, welcome to Kentucky, welcome to Georgia in like 5 minutes.
Facts.
I like Harrison Bayside.
Like right before I get into Chattanooga, I turn my Google GPS off so it doesn't tell me every time I cross the state line.
Steven, I'm telling you, Missouri is one boring ass state. No offense. It is one boring ass state.
People said the same thing about Ohio, though.
Yeah, but I mean, dude, I traveled all the way down to Lake Cumberland to, I think it was Jasper, Missouri, all the way up to Illinois, Indiana, back in one day. There is nobody in Missouri.
No, there's nobody in Kansas. Look at that. That could not have been timed better.
I mean, when you're driving by and signs say, oh, population 300, 600, 500, they're like, well, there ain't nobody out here.
That's insane.
No, you drive through Kansas and it's like population 3 cows.
I mean, where we live, just in our town alone's got 30,000 plus people.
Well, some of us aren't like you and like to be in small communities. Like the town I live in has like 8,000 people.
Oh, Brady, Ohio's full of toxicity.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. You're gonna come across a lot of it. But you're also gonna find it in Florida too. No lie.
Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, so another topic we can get into. What's the weirdest thing you've seen in a bowling
I
alley?
was just about to ask that.
Weirdest? Like, dude, I don't really know. In terms of like behavior or like item,
Either.
anything.
I was going to say, just anything that made you look at it and go, what?
What am I looking at? Yeah. Like it could be style. It could be what they were doing. It could be anything.
Every bowling alley around here on a Friday night.
There's a center in Rochester, New York that has like a giant Jenga and like what's it called, like cornhole and like all kinds of random shit.
Oh, dude,
Like,
that's
yeah. I guess it's not weird, but it's different.
So
They
it's
tried to make it like,
a fun center.
like an ultimate fun
Kind of.
center.
but like also like a classy modern bar aesthetic to it.
Right.
So like an adult bolero.
Yeah,
Where was this?
You down with that?
Rochester, New York.
Rochester.
I'd be down.
So, someone
I
was
don't
just
know.
talking to me this week about a tournament that's up in that area.
It's called the center was called Radio Social because Rochester is known for Harris, the company that made all these like radio gadgets and stuff. And I think they got some military contracts, but it was in the former like Harris Center warehouse, whatever. So like they kept that like history and then tried to fuse it into the idea of a bowling alley / bar / I don't know, bar. I don't know.
I was gonna say,
It's a
like,
cool
my
center.
example is I bowled with a guy for years, and his nickname was Backswing Bob because his backswing literally came up here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, how do you have a cold?
Oh, Hayden, what's that kid's name at our bowling alley? Noah, I think it is. That dude reaches to the ceiling. I'm like, how do you not break your shoulder or your elbow?
I'm not allowed to. I'm not allowed to talk about people's backswings. My shit gets up there.
Another weird thing that I saw was I was bowling a tournament, and this dude literally every ball lofted the ball 5 feet past the arrows was his landing point. And it was so odd that he was bowling, and then there was one throw. He's like, "Oh man, my thumb stuck." And some dude behind me went, "Well, how the hell can you tell?"
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Dude, the thud you hear when you have around people like that, it's like, oh, we already know who threw that.
Mhm.
There's a guy in my league that does the same thing. He's literally about 10 foot down the lane before it actually hits.
But yeah, the dude didn't miss a beat. He's like, "Oh, my thumb stuck on that shot." But how the hell can you tell? You lofted it in a 6 inches farther than you wanted to.
Right.
Oh, dude, I have a guy that lofts to the arrows, and I told him, I was like he loves throwing pearl equipment. I was like, dude, that's stupid. I was like, you shouldn't ever have to throw pearl equipment because the entire purposes of a pearl is to get through the fronts, and you jump the fuckers anyway.
He's like, I'm
He just
gonna
wants to see a retard at the
ball.
back.
There's no oil on it. I wonder why.
But yeah, his landing point, his landing target is literally the third arrow. So he jumps the entire front. So I'm like, dude, why do you have pearl equipment? You're defeating the entire purpose.
It's pretty. And I do know people that do buy balls just because they're pretty.
Oh yeah,
Why?
shelf appeal.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I do like multicolored balls because it's easier to read a ball and the way it's reacting, so you can adjust with it. But just because it's a pretty ball doesn't mean you need it.
Dude, look at the hyperdrive going down lane. That's literally like hypnotizing.
Because I honestly like the gem's another one that you can read very easily. Who's your favorite pro bowler?
Oh, mine?
Yes, sir.
I'm incredibly biased because I grew up with Gary Faulkner,
Okay.
so he's the one.
I like Gary, both of them.
Right.
The
Oh,
one-year
yeah.
Men's and Faulkner
Yeah.
Senior.
Yeah. No relation.
Yeah.
They had a funny Facebook picture together.
See, I wouldn't have been able to do that because I'd have been like, Senior, what's your mailman look like at home?
Oh, right. No,
I need photos of the milkman, the paper boy, and the mailman.
I started bowling when I was 14, and then I switched from one junior league to another junior league to Winchester Bowl, and that's when I ran into Gary. And the weird thing is, like they used to send out these magazines or whatever, and I flip through it, and it said the highest like series for the juniors. And I'm looking at Memphis, Tennessee, up top with his name there, without realizing that the motherfucker lived 2 houses down from me.
That's crazy.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of there too because like Kevin McCune, love watching Kevin bowl, but McCune's also my grandfather's last name, so there is a loose relation there.
Sure. So he used to work at Strike Zone, right? So he would take a group of us
What's up, Leo?
to go. Oh, what's up, Leo? He would take a group of us and called the Junior Gold Boot Camp, and we would just practice on pattern after pattern after pattern. So, like, as like a 17-year-old, I got experience bowling like everything. So, yeah, definitely blessed
No,
in that
it was
aspect.
also funny because they're like, with my 90-degree back,
Yeah.
they're like, hey, you throw the ball pretty hard. I'm like, I throw it like 19 miles an hour, 18 and a half, 19 miles an hour off my hand, which granted is on the upper end, but it is not fast when you have McCune in your family tree.
Yeah.
You set that standard, sir.
Oh, dear God. This is borderlining on WWE Flight from Hell territory.
Oh my lord. Why did they even play the video in the first place? Were they just not on the plane?
They said the person in the safety row wasn't in their seat when they did it the first time.
Well, where were they? In the bathroom?
Probably in the John.
That's craziness.
Joining the 5 foot club because they're not even in the air.
That's crazy.
5 foot club.
They're taking the powdery Xanax.
Yep, they were in the bathroom.
I would like to take this time to announce that there's only supposed to be one person at a time in the laboratory.
Let me know how that goes.
Oh, that does say they were in the bathroom. That's crazy.
Oh, what?
That does say that. I don't know if that's a singular they or a multiple they.
I don't know if it's a we or the royal we.
You just couldn't squeeze your butt cheeks 2 more minutes to watch a stupid video?
No, because then they're trapped in their seat until they actually get in the air, and then God knows how long it takes for them to shut off the
I was
seatbelt.
saying, it takes a long time to get to 30,000 feet.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
That literally shitty there, Kalen. I'm sorry.
Let's see. Okay. If you could, now, we're going to eliminate Gary because you've obviously
All
already
right,
bowled.
yeah.
If you could bowl a set with one PBA player alive or no longer amongst the living, who would it be?
Like a double set?
Yeah.
Is he on my team? Okay.
Yeah.
Who do I want to learn from?
See, I like the way you think, because you're thinking as a learning curve type of aspect. Like,
Yeah.
what can I get out of it? Not just, this dude's cool.
No, it's EJ then. EJ.
Ding.
Yeah, gotta be.
I was going to say, me being a lefty and me actually being able to me struggling to play a conventional stroker lefty line, mine would be Earl Anthony.
Cool.
Because if I couldn't learn how to play dead up 10 after bowling a set with Earl Anthony, there's no hope for me.
I would
What
like to
about Parker
watch.
Bone? Parker Bone.
Yeah.
I've bowled with Parker. I bowled a pro-am with Parker.
Cool.
Pete
And
Weber
that was when I
would
was
be
moving all my stuff to
hilarious to
Motive and he was
watch.
trying to convince me to come back to Brunswick.
I'd piss that dude off just to hear him cry.
But no, Parker is an excellent example of somebody that can just incredibly versatile for a left-hander. If he needs to go in and slow hook it, he can. But
He stopped by the fucking pro shop in my bowling center, and I didn't know he was gonna be there. I was like, this motherfucker couldn't wait 2 more hours for me to show up. Sean Rash, yeah, let's get Sean Rash on the channel.
I've told these guys,
Love to squeeze the bottle next to him. Just
you know how they're doing the whole baby thing on TikTok.
Oh,
right
the
now?
AI generated shit, yeah.
I was just talking about this.
They need to do the bottle bitch.
Yeah.
Between,
Yeah.
but when it turns over to Belmo, him actually just sitting there sucking on a bottle.
Oh god.
Take that, you bottle bitch!
I don't know what tool they're using to generate that, but it can't be terrible to figure out.
There was somebody that was in Hoodie Joel's feed that was like, he immediately did it. So they just started talking about it during one of their pods.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, I think I can figure this out. And before they were even 20 minutes in, he already had pictures of them, of Bushy as a baby, as Joel as a baby.
That's crazy.
But yeah,
Through
that would be
cap cut
absolutely
or cape
freaking
cut.
hilarious, though.
And just so we're clear, Joel looks like Butchie's baby.
Yo.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Get that man a McGriddle.
He hurt you, bro.
Hey, I had to do it this morning. Me and Kayla did the poppy, so we're equal opportunity razzers. We had to get on Joel for getting on Ray for being a poppy fan.
Yeah, that was a fun life.
So, what's your go-to mental focus?
Okay, so I
Would you-
really like there's a book called Inner Game of Tennis. That's definitely worth reading. And then the one after that, I recommend going in order. That book, and then do With Winning in Mind by Lanny Basham.
That's good.
So, Inner Game of Tennis speaks of the mental game as conscious and subconscious, and then the With Winning in Mind introduces another aspect of it being the self-image. So you have your bowling skill is all built within your subconscious, and then your conscious is your whatever goes through your mind. So a lot of us have internal dialogues, right? Not everybody has one, but like most of us have internal dialogues. The internal dialogue doesn't necessarily map well with subconscious. If you say, "Don't pull the ball," what are you gonna do?
That's what you're gonna
Pull the
do.
ball.
Don't pull the
You're
ball.
gonna
Yeah.
either pull the ball or you're gonna overdo it and get it too far out.
Yeah.
So, it doesn't work well with the language structure. It works really well with emotions and feelings. So you have to program your conscious mind to deal with your subconscious in that kind of facet. And then honestly just pass the keys over. As soon as you get started with your pre-shot routine, you have to pass the keys over. The idea of a self-image is like, what am I good at doing? I am very good at moving left and wheeling the ball. I'm really good at playing straight. I'm really good at certain pattern distances. I'm really good at getting 5 in a row, but maybe I get a little nervous on 6 or 7. That's where your self-image or ego would come into play. So to grow that, you can use a lot of visualization of succeeding in these things that you feel like you might be weak in to become more well-rounded.
That's interesting.
Right here, Steve just asked.
How do you pin comments?
Are you asking about Steve's question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A new bowler came up to you and asked for advice. What would you give him? There's so much to it. There's so much to it. Honestly, like, the best advice is just enjoy bowling while you're participating in it. I think the fastest way to not improve is to be frustrated every point of the way. If you're not enjoying the path, then you're not going to continue going.
Yeah. But to piggyback off of like books, like I'm a big mental toughness,
Sure.
mindset guy in my own private life. Like I love mental toughness books. I studied mental toughness for years. One book that I really loved was The Champion's Mindset, which is very similar.
Did I read that? I either had it on my Audible. I don't know if I finished it.
And then the other one, because like I like to combine mental training and mental toughness. And there was a Navy SEAL named Mark Devine who came out with a series of books. His first one was The Way of the SEAL, which broke down the mental toughness and mental resiliency of Navy SEALs. His second book is my favorite of his series. It's called Unbeatable Mind, which the entire book is all about mental resiliency, mental toughness, clarity, Zen, everything that you need to have a winning mindset.
Right.
But now I'm doing the same thing that you were doing. I'm like, now I just want to get into my Audible and start rattling off books that I like.
Right. Yeah.
How do you control if you are making bad shots and you start to get angry? How do you control that?
It's easier said than done.
It's a constant challenge, right?
That's why I'm
It's a
asking.
challenge.
100%.
Just throw it better. Just throw it better.
That a self-conversation you have with yourself?
I rely on a lot of breathing techniques.
Okay, that's good.
Like one of my favorite quotes from For Love of the Game, the Kevin Costner movie where he's pitching the perfect game while he's dealing with his girlfriend leaving and moving to London. Sounds bad, but
Fascinating.
great movie. Like he's in the ninth inning, and he's starting to the pressure of a perfect game starting to get to him. He gets onto the mound right before he throws his first pitch, takes a deep breath, and goes, "All right, 3 more, like I've done a million times before." It's like
So-
when you get into a struggle, it's like, okay, you know you're good, you know that you can do it. Just center yourself, calm yourself down, and go do what you've been doing your entire life.
That's the self-image aspect of it, right? Like, so you recognize the situation and you said, like I've done a billion times. That's self-image entirely.
Yep. When you can self-reflect and just reset yourself and say, like, it's not that difficult. Usually it goes so smooth.
Sure.
As soon as you get angry at yourself and you start like, what are you doing?
I will say-
you self-implode.
Be careful with the idea of it's not that difficult, because you can't get into the flow state when
Yeah, I agree with
it's
that.
too easy.
Right. Well, because it's not just that easy.
Yeah.
I mean, Brian, when we were bowling on the same pair at the DGAB tournament, how many times did you hear me say to myself, hey, it's a simple game. You hit your mark and you strike.
Yeah. Sometimes you just got to remind yourself. Don't overthink it.
So when I was coaching girls basketball in particular, because girls tend to be a little bit more gun shy when it comes to shooting a basketball or something like that, even if they made it, I would always challenge them to tell themselves, I can do better. Because you don't want to settle for getting in a comfort zone. And I always taught them, even if you make it, I can do better. I can do better. That way they condition their mind to accept getting better and better as they go. So I always keep that mindset when I throw. I'm like, even if I strike, it's a clean pocket shot. It's probably the best ball. I could do better. I could do better. You know, I just always strive to try to do better.
One of the mental triggers that I like too is a phrase I'll repeat to myself a lot. Nothing great has ever come from a place of comfort.
Yep.
You have to get uncomfortable to be great. So when I eventually because I started bowling trying to be a dead up 10 just like every other lefty. It's like, oh, this is just how lefties play. Do this. And it's like, okay, we're comfortable doing that, but we're not scoring. We gotta move right. And it didn't matter that I hadn't seen but maybe one or two other lefties move right. It's like, you're not comfortable there, but go get comfortable there, because that's where you're going to need to play more times than not.
Trollmaster asks, has Alex raged off sport shot yet? It's a fun sight to see.
He's talking about Alex on my channel. I guess we'll see that tomorrow.
He's like, stay tuned.
So, Steve, you want to alibi with Alex tomorrow? Assuming he wakes up in time.
Don't listen to the full man.
I don't know. He's a master at it, so maybe we could take some notes.
It's a creative name, though.
My bad. My crew doesn't even get here till tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Because they're like, oh yeah, I don't get into Baton Rouge till tomorrow. I'm like, didn't you say you were coming a couple days
Right.
early to hang out in New Orleans?
They're not gonna be able to scout out the lanes and stuff like that. So they're gonna rely on you.
Right up his
Okay.
alley. Right up his
After the
alley.
morning squad, you want to go out to the center?
Yeah,
Okay.
No pressure.
but that's nothing new. Like everybody I bowl with in my like crew that I normally bowl with, they're always like, all right, what'd you see? What do you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, you could actually come and do this yourself.
Yeah.
See, like, if I go anywhere, especially anywhere that I have an opportunity to get there a day early, just to even like check out the site, check out the lanes, check out the approaches, I'm taking advantage of that.
Almost at 40K likes. Good job, guys.
Hell yeah, guys! That's actually one of the best we've had in a long time.
I really appreciate the love.
So how late do y'all normally run? I'm trying to figure out if I want to make another
Hour and a half. We're there. We've gone
We're
2 hours
close.
before. It usually just goes until we run out of shit to talk about. To be 100% honest.
Sure.
So, what's your favorite ball of all time?
I was going to ask that too.
Oh, dude. I would say I have the most memories with the High Road Pearl.
Okay.
High Road Pearl.
I mean,
Yep, yep.
you got to go with the goat ball.
Sure. Threw it a shit ton in college because after 4 games, it got there. I haven't posted this video, but I have a video of me in college, and I was lofting it like, I don't know, 20 feet onto the lane, and I was sliding into the left gutter cap. I was actually drifting. Like, I didn't start over there. I started like on 25 and purposefully drifted all the way over left.
Good God.
just to get the ball there. And then I would use like the reflection of the red dot as the focal point to get to down lane.
Yep. Been there, done that.
But like I was just on in that tournament, and it that was sectionals, and we qualified for nationals. So that was my 3rd year of college.
The red dot.
Yeah. And then that was 2014 in Reno. We made it to Reno, and bowled against. Oh God, we came in second to last place, and then we're in this bracket of top 16, and we had to go up against AJ Johnson.
Oh no!
And he lit that shit up, dude. Like, he did not fucking miss, but his team was ass. I don't know what to say.
I've got an AJ story though. Like, great dude. Love AJ. Great personality. Great guy. But when he's had enough, and he quits caring,
Yeah.
he will loft the ball 40 feet. We were sitting I was at a PBA regional, and he was there, and apparently he wasn't shooting well because the guys I was crossing with were on the other end of the pattern, and out of the peripheral of my left eye at the approach, all I see is this dot going through the freaking air
Yeah.
and going boom. I look over and AJ standing there at the line just I'm like,
Yeah.
I guess AJ's kind of had enough.
I didn't see that side of him, to be honest, but he struck out in every situation, even when it didn't fucking matter. So like his team was just like they were falling apart.
Well, I think it was exaggerated because he was at a regional and struggling. It wasn't even a national tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So it should have been something he came in and dominated. So when things went south, it really, really went south.
Yeah, yeah.
But I was like, oh my God.
I feel like there's a lot of local bowlers that can go toe to toe with these PBA guys, man. It's just like not everyone has the chips fall in the right spot in their life to be able to travel and go to every event ever and all of that other stuff. There's plenty of guys that are like 230 averages on house shot that can compete on sport conditions, that just don't have the financial means or time available to hone their skills a little bit further to get to that level.
See, now that a good example of that, and what I love is those house shot hacks, those house shot killers.
Yeah.
That average 230, 240 on house, and then they go to a sport shot and average 175.
I'm not talking about those folks. But to average 230 on house, guys. Like there is a small amount of tweaking and coaching and experience that you can add to their game to get them, deadly on a sport pattern.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's just, and then they're like, see, now this is why I never bowl on sport. This is bullshit.
That's their own attitude getting in the way, and I have a couple of those.
But I just sit there and laugh, and they're like, "Oh yeah, guess what? I'm a two-teen average, but I also average 195 on sport and can whoop your ass now."
So I think we're gonna go a little bit longer. So should I make another one?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
41K. Thank you, guys.
That's exactly what I just wanted to do. I had to grab another pickle.
But yeah, I mean, hold on. I'm going back up. Josh, I think you could actually bowl on sport. The only thing that you would have to do is slow your ball speed down a smidge and play a bit more north to south versus east to west on the lane, and you'd be fine.
That's because you like cupping balls, Hayden.
I think that's what the biggest when people kill house shots and struggle on sport, they're used to playing east to west, and they don't get on a tougher pattern. You have to keep your angles tighter and everything's in front of you and play more north to south. And then the pattern length is another big thing you got to contribute to, because the shorter the pattern, the more roll phase you're going to get. So you're going to either want to roll urethane, something that rolls stupid early, or you want to roll a really strong ASIM way up the back of it so it can get into the roll phase and roll to the pocket and not overhook it.
We just started PBA experiences this summer also. We're learning a lot.
And then you get on something like Dragon, which is 45 feet and is relatively flat, and people don't understand that you can't go up 7 or 8, up 7 to 10 like they always do and get it into the pocket. If you're going to play up north to south on a 45-foot Dragon pattern, you actually need to be going up 14 to 16 and going straight and letting the ball roll. Yes, I bowl at 7:45 tomorrow, and I'm bowling the Journal tomorrow with Richie at 9 a.m.
Dragon is PBA house shot. That's PBA house shot.
But what I was saying, Richie, was like most people on the longer pattern like that, they don't understand that they can play straighter and keep the angles in front of them if they're a stroker. But if they try to do it in their typical house shot area, which is 7 to 10, the ball's never going to get there. They need to play that shot, but they need to move it over to the third arrow and play 14 to 16.
That's funny.
A lot of it is also surface, and I think it's more so like it's optional to use surface on house shots. I don't think it's like terribly necessary, but you absolutely need it on sport patterns.
Oh yeah,
Like
Hoodie, wouldn't it be lefters?
Hey, we're normal. Y'all are the ones that are messed up.
Steve, how's your bicep? From D-Gabs.
We're good.
Okay, that's dope.
We're good. Now, when I bowl my 7:45 tomorrow, that
He's still gonna have at least 3 energy drinks. We already know that.
Right.
of course.
Let's try to translate that. There we go.
Yeah,
So
what?
He said left-handed.
Oh
Oh, does that translate it for everybody?
no.
I didn't see it.
Okay, it just says left-handed.
Not
Oh,
surprised.
okay.
I would have guessed. I would probably guess 10 to 12.
So with Bowlers Helping Bowlers, who are you looking to get on your show?
Who are we looking to get on?
Yeah. Like who do you want to pull in?
I mean, we don't really have like a specific target that we want to reach.
Yeah.
We just want to reach bowling in general and promote bowling
Sure.
in general.
So you're going like from week to week type thing?
Yeah.
Trying to find people? Yeah.
I wouldn't say we're week to week. We're already scheduled out for our schedule. We're into, I think we're still 6 weeks out before.
Nice. That's a pretty good backlog.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think I still have 4 people that I have dates for. I just need to get confirmation for.
Cool.
So
Nice.
and honestly, even when we started it, we got a pretty quick rollover.
They're big deals.
People know us.
So I mean, it's not that we're
Right. So
running out of
what about
content or anybody. There's people that are interested. I think I just added probably 2 or 3 more people today that reached out that want to be part of the show.
What about clip-in sections? I haven't seen clips of the show.
That's what we're talking about today.
Oh,
I was
okay.
gonna say,
all right,
that's
let's
that's
go.
exactly what we were talking about at about 7 o'clock this evening.
Nice.
So yeah, we're definitely still working at it. We're definitely going to try to expand it a little bit more.
Yeah, we're definitely still in the process of evolving.
Yeah, and it's just
I sent somebody clips. I don't think he ever used them though.
I'm working on it, son.
All right,
Day
Brian, you
late,
got
dollar short.
Bro,
you got
I'll get
you
there.
got DaVinci Resolve?
What's that?
Do you have DaVinci Resolve on your PC?
No,
No?
I need to find something that's more current because what I have, it's not there.
Oh, upgrade your machine. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
I haven't had a
we
computer
have
since
the
15
we have the
years.
streams on YouTube. Like if people miss a week, they can go back and find one or
Someone for
things
lots.
like that. But we're also like 3 weeks behind on that.
I appreciate
Oh,
that.
yeah.
My fault.
I think the clips are probably create more growth.
Yeah, I agree,
Yeah.
and that's kind of what we were talking about today. Because I was like,
And-
if we kind of self promote and use those clips to help self promote, it'll engage with people and they'll
Yeah.
know what they're actually signing up for.
So I would zoom into the person that's asking the question, and then definitely add captions. Then cut to the point where the person actually answers, and get rid of all the filler. You have
Right,
to go directly into it.
right.
And then if at that point you should have the viewer, expecting the remainder of the video. So I think that'll probably be decent for retention.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Well, and that's the thing is like all three of us are still really novice at this. So there's a lot of other stuff on the back end of just hitting the live button and doing the show as is, which is fun, but there's still a lot on the other end of that we've got to improve on, and that's all three of us.
Yeah, I'm trying to help where I can, but also don't want to do people's work. I've had people ask me to do edits for them, and I'm like, no,
That's
Yeah.
I don't have time.
rude as hell, bro. But
Like, I'm not trying to be rude. It just doesn't make any sense.
yeah, but here's the thing: if you're
I'm working
asking-
40 hours. I bowl 4 times a week. I make this content on the side. Like, what fucking time do I have left?
But if you ask somebody to do your editing for you, how are you ever going to learn? How are you going to be able to do it for yourself? Like, that's
my
not
point.
how I was raised.
That's my point.
I was raised like if you don't know how to do something, you find somebody that knows how to do it, and they teach you, and then you do it yourself.
Right, yeah.
I don't know. I work probably 60 hours a week, if not more, and then I
That's
bowl all the other nights of the week.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah. I mean, I sell insurance for a living, so that takes up a lot of my time, and then
I
in
bet.
the winter especially, I bowl 3 to 4 nights a week, so it's like the free time to do a lot of that stuff just isn't readily available.
Hoodie, you do everything by yourself, though, don't you?
I think he gets a little bit of help from Ray, though. I think editing wise, yeah.
Ray
Am I wrong?
handles the YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice. Well, hopefully now that you're in the air, everything goes smoothly.
Oh, okay, cool.
But yeah, I mean, even like what Joel does, I'm sitting there watching his videos that he posts, and I'm like, God, I'd love to be able to know how to do that.
Well, it's like a bicycle. I mean, you got to get on it first before you can learn it.
And a lot of it, sometimes it's just trial and error. I'm not gonna lie.
I could probably figure it out. I'm pretty creative, but I don't have a PC. I don't feel like putting the money into one.
I
think
feel that
Hayden-
because you're gonna have to spend like at least $1,000 to get a decent PC.
Yes, sir. Ain't cheap.
I think the last PC I bought was a few years ago, and I think I gave it to my son because I was like, I ain't messing with it.
I was gonna say I've I have a PC, but it barely functions as my streaming computer when I'm streaming my video games on Twitch.
That's
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
You're all phone. That's impressive.
I'm all phone. Like, even though I'm doing stuff on PC, like I'm also like trying to have it look, you know, a little bit scuffed. Like I don't have like an intro or whatever the fuck or an outro or anything. Like everything's just kind of raw.
I have to know.
You could probably download like Fruit Loops free trial and create a intro and outro.
Oh, my point was I don't want one.
Oh,
My point was I want to keep it a little scuffed. I appreciate the recommendation, man.
I do CapCut, and
CapCut?
I can't figure out anything other than the absolute basics of the basic.
yeah,
But
but
yeah, because
Canva
like
doesn't.
the platform is nothing but like audio and video, so you need to be, you know, proficient in putting the stuff together to get traction.
Yeah. But
It's
Canva
like, yeah,
doesn't
I
offer
condense
a
my-
whole lot
I
unless
can
you
condense
buy
my
it.
videos. Like I'll put the videos that I want to put, you know, 1, 2, and 3. I can condense them into the material that I want, and then I can put like a video effect on it. And that's the only thing I know how to do.
So Mr. Beast was in a podcast and he said the thing that you want to do is like the example is like pottery. They had two groups of people. One group that had you told them to make the most perfect pot ever, and then another group where you told them to make 100 pots. And the group that would made 100 pots that got the reps in ended up being more proficient at the skill than the group that was trying to do everything perfectly.
Right.
So the purpose of saying that is that just keep putting shit out and see what kind of works and what you vibe with.
It's definitely like a trial and error type of stuff. 100%.
Sure. Yeah.
So my video editing and stuff back in the day when Photoshop was huge, CS, that has the best layering tools ever.
Sure.
So like all the modern ones don't have the layering options that you could do back in early 2000 and 2002.
See, now that's the thing. Like analog editing, like clipping it, you know, using the dials and everything. I went to college for that. I can do that with my eyes closed. It's all the digital shit that I don't know what to do with.
Oh gosh, you got phased out.
Like, I could literally sit there on an editing board with 4 or 5 TVs in front of me and sit there and manually edit it on the dials and do the manual cuts and all that. I can do all that, no problem. It's when I'm trying to do it on this little freaking screen and I'm trying to do it with all the digital tools that I don't get.
See, we used to back in the day in gaming communities when, you know, it wasn't like it is now. You had forums and stuff that you had to post in. We used to create banners and logos and buttons and stuff for all that stuff.
Oh Lord, Joel wants to come up. Hold on. Hold on.
What's up, my buddy?
Well, I just didn't want to type all that stuff because it was just a lot.
Yeah, I get it.
So,
What's up, bud?
like, I don't know why you're having an issue because, like, when you transition stuff, you like click between both clips and they give you a list of transitions you can do, and then you add the effect to it, right? But you got to do it visually how you want to do it because, like, you always post standing somewhere and speaking to your phone. You don't add captions to anything. Like, captions draws people. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
if
I
you
never
have
really thought about it that way.
as people come in, they go, "Oh, what the hell is he talking about?" Oh, I'm going to read it because sometimes you understand it, but other people don't understand it. So they want to know where you're going with your content, right? And people go, "Well, don't add hashtags." Bullshit. If you see my videos, I have 8 million at the end of mine. Like, what are you going to do about it, right? Like, somebody was like, "You got mad hashtags." I was like, "Well, you saw it, so it
I
worked."
mean, If it works for you, it works. I've just been running with just
I'm
like
like, what's up
one
with
or
that?
two.
So you have to stay consistent. And yeah, I know we're busy, but let's say you're about to go live, put a video out before you go live. Watch how many people watch that video, because right after you go that, they go, oh, who the hell is this guy? What's the last video he put up? Oh, he's pretty funny. I'm going to do that there. So, and you got to stay consistent, bro. It's annoying. We hate it. A 20-minute edited video takes fucking forever. But as you get good at it, you learn to flow with what you want in your vision. That's why I don't let Ray do what I want to do for TikTok, because I'm like, you can see it kind of, but you don't see it the way I see it.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Like
get that.
Pickles is literally like transforming his life to pickles out of wild. What? But that's what you know him for, right? Like you see that that's what he's representing. So
And the people in the bowling alley now are calling me Pickles. And
I'd be like, yo, what up,
Oh, yeah.
Pickles? Like it won't even be like anything other than that, right?
I
But
was surprised about that in Huntsville. Like everyone just called me Pickles. They said that shit at the counter, dude, over the mic.
excuse me, is the Pickles here? Yeah. Hold up, I got to throw a ball real quick.
The pickles is
What's
that
the
your
deal?
pickle
Juice.
So
Hey, what's up, Joe?
that hook. I mean,
Football
otherwise,
tomorrow, right? So what do you plan on using tomorrow, Steve? This is the first time I've actually talked about nationals like this to someone. So.
Let's see. I don't know which freaking one we're bowling. Is it singles and doubles or teams tomorrow?
Do a team event first.
Normally it's
Okay.
teams. Yeah.
I've never
Well-
heard someone bowl the other way.
That's
Right.
that's how blissfully ignorant I've been. Is just, hey, just tell me where to be and I'll show
You
up.
don't even know what event he's bowling tomorrow. That's crazy.
For teams, I'm taking all more of my heavier stuff. So I've got like my Paragon Solid that I'll take. I'll take my Purple Cheat Code. I'll take my Venom Shock. My Widow 2.0 Hybrid.
There ain't no lefties on the pair.
There's one other lefty.
Did you talk to him?
Yeah, all he has is big ASIM stuff.
Well, I
Like
think
his weakest ball is an OG Zen, and everything else is big and ASIM.
so. He's got So he's got big A simming and the OG Zen. That's it.
He's got a Proton Physics, a Widow 3.0, a Widow Ghost, and a Zen and an OG Zen.
Man, those are not it. Tell him, make sure you don't kill the
Shit.
surface, bro.
Joe, how
not
much
it.
surface? How much surface, bro?
1,000,
1,000?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
100. Even if you're lefty, bro, like you can still overthrow it past the spot, because you can either get it there too early or you can miss it. So when we broke it down, we went urethane to the outside, and I know it's a little bit harder because you don't have a lot of lefties, but we took some plastic up the middle, created a little bit more push,
Good.
and
I
then
like it.
bro, we never moved. We didn't move left until end of game 2, and I started with a level, and then I went straight to an identity from there, and I shot 260 or 258 the last game.
Okay.
So we stay patient. You make your spares. We had one open the last game, and but you just got to stay patient. Like, don't let anybody tell you that you got to move in quick and you got to do all this shit. No, you're making parallel moves. You're not making.
Right.
And then when they open up for righties, make that big jump in. But you got to carve that out for yourself.
Yeah,
Totally agree.
that was the plan for practice. Was spend half practice throwing the sanded down Paragon up the outside to build friction, and then the other half throwing the Purple Hammer and my plastic ball in the middle to build holes.
Yeah, I mean, you got a certain amount of time. Know which time you got left, and use certain pieces at your discretion, right? So what you do is, if you have a piece that you've absolutely smacked the shit out of, as soon as you're done with practice, take the surface up again. Don't keep it down. Bring it up to like 2,000 if you hit it with like 500. So you could still keep those bigger pieces for later if you need them.
That's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting.
Because I went to a bigger piece after my level. I went to an identity because I didn't want bigger. For me, it wasn't, let's use the biggest ASIM balls that we have. It was, let's use big pieces with lower differentials. So after everything transitioned,
Oh, that makes me feel good. So I'm going Lethal Venom into an Idle Pearl into a 3D Offset Assault, and then a Thrill Hybrid.
Are you
So
one
what
handed
I'm-
or two handed?
Yes, one-handed.
And what kind? Like, do you like to hook it or do you like to like?
17 miles an hour, 350 RPMs. I'm pretty balanced.
Okay. You said you got an Idle Pearl. I took an.
Yep.
So
Optimum
for-
Idle Pearl.
I don't like them, bro.
The bubblegum. You don't fuck with bubblegum?
It's too quick, bro. Those fucking Pearl symmetricals drive me bonkers. Like, don't ask me what I feel about Phase AIs, bro. I want to throw those things off bridges every time I fucking see them. They're such bad balls.
Dude, but so many people hype
Oh, no.
this ball, and I don't see it either.
It is a doorstop. That ball's so bad. I don't care. I'm sorry. I don't
I
know.
have like at least 4 guys in my league that just love that ball, and I'm like, "Whoa, dude, I don't
We're
see
the only ones
Okay,
in America.
on house shot it's ass, but for these national patterns, I think it's pretty good.
Oh my god, bro! I thought the Identity was gonna be like that too, but then we took Harsh Reality, Pearl, Identity, bigger asymmetrical pieces with not a lot of differential, not a lot of crazy off the pattern. It's a very slow cover ball, so the ball started to exit. You can overthrow it, but in singles and doubles, hear me out here. If you think you're too far right, move further right. You hear me?
Yeah.
Do not think that you can play in the middle part of the lane. They are going to feel not fucking tight there.
I would say play the crack.
Yeah, bro. Like you can stay out there for a while. So I went. This is when you can bring your. Sorry, I'm gonna talk a little shit, but it's only because I love you guys. You're gonna bring that shitty Idle Pearl out, and you're gonna stand left in the game like 5, right? So I started with an Idle Solid, the original, because I had one in the garage. And then I went to Ion Pro, which is another slower, it's like a stronger IQ Tour. And then I went to Axiom Pearl and almost shot 300 with that thing. I went 270 because this old bag that decided she wanted to walk up after I had the front 9 and go at the same fucking pace as I was walking, decided, hey, Joel's on the front 9. Why not walk up there with him at the same time, even if I have 98 in the night?
That's diabolical, bro.
But no,
So I
team,
struck the last one, so I was like, this bitch. I really hate her right now.
teams, I was planning on going Paragon almost exclusively in practice, depending on how it looked, and then go straight into the Swag Dragon, which is my.
Bro, see, you're bringing up these fucking swag balls, bro. What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
a Swag
Nobody I
Dragon.
know throw swag but y'all in here.
Don't say
Swag
y'all.
Dragon.
Yo, let me
Don't
get
say
some
y'all.
swag balls, bro. I got nothing. What is this ball you telling me?
It is a smoother, more controlled Widow.
Symmetrical or asymmetrical?
ASIM.
Yeah.
So you brought all ASIMs with you?
No, I got plenty of Sims with me too.
You're good. Okay, so you got to remember this, okay? You got to carry these sons of bitches into the. You got to roll them. How many do you plan on rolling into the stadium?
2 3-ball bags.
Okay, so you have, and one is a spare ball.
I got a single ball carrier for my spare ball.
You're gonna take 7.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your 6? Run me through this 6 real quick.
Paragon.
Okay.
Paragon solid.
Okay, with texture, how much texture you got on that thing?
About 1,000.
Okay.
Then the Swag Dragon, which
That's
is
the
a
smoother ASIM?
solid, smoother ASIM solid at 2,000.
Okay.
And then I've got the Mythic Jackal, which is my smooth hybrid.
Which one is that one? What color is that one?
It's black,
Green.
teal, and brown.
Yeah.
Okay, I know which one you're talking about. That's the pearl one, right?
It's a hybrid.
Okay.
Hybrid from like 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I get into my symmetricals, which is my Venom Shock.
Okay, which is always the daddy. You always want to take that one if you're taking that one.
Yeah.
And then you said purple cheat code, right?
Purple cheat code, which, yeah, in teams, yes, purple cheat code's going in. And
Yeah,
then
because you're definitely not going to need it during singles and doubles.
Just to clarify, cheat code is the name of the ball, right?
That's a
That's a
fucking
swag
purple
ball.
hammer. This fucking ball I hate with all
Am
my
I
soul.
tripping? Like, is it not the swag your thing?
Bro,
No, it's the
it's
purple.
Yeah, it
the
makes
purple
bad
hammer
ballers
your
look
thing.
incredible, bro. It makes them look like they're the best fucking bowlers in the world. Yeah. Yeah, good.
Butters.
Go ahead.
Butters.
I'm only mad because I can't fucking throw one. Go ahead, Steve.
And then the Super
I
Rally
love that.
is going to round out the 6.
Or I should
is that
say, I
one?
love that for us.
Which one did you say last?
Super Rally.
Oh, Super Rallies. That's the blue one, right?
It's the teal and black one.
What's teal? Yeah, okay. So that's at what, like 5,000 or some shit like that?
Yeah.
Man, I don't. That's a lot of. I mean, you're not going to be moving much. I feel
Right.
like you're going to be in the same spot for a pretty good amount of time.
Right.
And even if you like to hook it, I think all you would have to personally do is throw it a little bit harder, rather than feel like you have to kind of go around it. Because everybody feels like when they get into the flattest part of the lane that they try to over rotate the ball. And it's just like, yo, all you have to do is float the ball there. We went 900, 900, and then 1186 the last game. Just because you break them down the right way.
The 3 balls that I'm leaving in the car for team event are the Widow 2.0 hybrid, the Dark Moss, and then the IQ Tour.
Brian, he's commenting to you, buddy.
You're going to leave the IQ Tour in the car?
Yes, because the IQ Tour is going to come out in singles and doubles because it's a weaker benchmark option than the Venom Shock.
You really like this swag ball that much?
Yes.
Like you really like you're like, yo, this is the one.
If I'm taking a ball out, the ball I'm taking out is the Mythic Jackal.
Okay. I don't mind the hybrid. I don't mind the 2.0.
Those two are.
That's your fighting. Those are the fighting balls right now. I really like the Widow.
The only reason I went with the Jackal is because I went smooth versus quick. Because the 2.0 hybrid is going to be quicker off the spot than the Jackal is.
No, I know. For me, because you don't have a lot of. It depends on what your guy does. Depends on what the other dude does. Can't be like, yo, take one or the other. But I don't know, man. I just don't feel like you'll get a lot of play on that side. Depending on how many does your companion team have? All 5 righties?
Yeah.
So you only got 2 lefties on the pair. You might need something quicker. You know what I mean? Like you might need something to get around the pattern faster because you might get a little nervous and move in and start going around it. I just think that, but you just can't try to make it hook.
That is legit. Like I said, those are the 2 balls that can literally go back and forth. It just depends on if I want something smoother or if I want something quicker. It is literally the same spot in the bag.
I had this whole fight with myself. I was like, do I take Harsh Reality Pearl or Identity? Until me and Ray almost boxed, and I was like, fucking put the Identity in there. So.
I just want to clarify. I throw Brunswick.
Will you say your name was Nick?
Right.
What's your name?
Oh, me? Richie.
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 Okay.
Richie.
Listen, I'm gonna fuck your name up a lot, but listen,
don't-
you're my
I
guy
think-
now, Richie. Okay. So Cobra, what's your stuff look like, bro?
I'm missing a couple key pieces, but I got a purple hammy. I got stealth mode hybrid.
I like it.
I've got a pure envy,
I like it.
and then I got a spare ball. That's it. I've got to get a solid symmetric still.
Go get a Vaporize or a Mesmerize. That ball was the fucking daddy in that building.
Okay.
The ones that I
I'm-
saw, bro, were the daddy. And I saw a lot of Brunswick guys throwing it.
I've been fighting with myself to either get a hazmat or a hammerhead also.
I don't like
I've seen
that.
mixed
Like
reviews
anybody
on the
here
Hammerhead.
like the hammerhead like that? Like anybody in the chat like the hammerhead like that?
It,
You
it
interested
seems
in- I'm
snappy.
interested in getting one, but I don't have one. Can't really say for sure.
Richie, you're a Brunswick guy too?
I throw everything.
I was gonna say he's a whatever I match up with guy.
If I wasn't on staff, I would definitely throw whatever the fuck. Like I would throw everything.
Oh, hell yeah.
I would make sure that my bag was so rounded. It was great.
I'm still trying to figure out why you don't fuck with the Idle Pearl, dude, because that shit
It's so
Maybe
quick.
some
What do
money,
you
bro.
mean? But
is
see,
not. That shit is not quick for me, dude. I don't know.
See, my thing,
It's slow.
my thing
I
is
see it,
with the
I see it
hammerhead.
stand up slowly.
I
Because
love
it wants to hook so fast when it goes to the pins, it deflects too fast. And it doesn't go through the pins the right way.
I don't know. I gotta. I don't know. I'm not getting that, dude. I averaged
Well,
240
that's
at
also
a
two hand
tournament with
versus
that
one
shit.
hand because Joel's two handed, Richie's one
True,
hand.
true.
Yeah.
I like lower
Different style.
differential stuff. Like
Yeah,
IQ.
different
You
styles
like
also
the
have
IQ AI?
different things.
Yeah. Wait,
You
say
like
that again?
you like the
I
IQ.
haven't thrown it. I haven't thrown it.
So that means if you don't like the IQ AI, then we don't match up to the same. If you don't
Okay,
like
so
the
that's what you're
AI,
kind of. Yeah.
then we will match up to the same shit, and it's the right thing that I don't like that Idol Pro. That's why it's discontinued already.
Oh yeah.
It's
I
been a
also
year. It's been a fucking
I
year.
also throw Mania.
I like that ball. That's a real versatile
All
ball.
right, Joel. Do you like the Summon Ascent? I fuck with the Summon Ascent.
I do. I got two of them. Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I
So
like
it's
slower
not
hybrid covers. For me, I think Phase AI, fucking Idol Pearl,
sure.
dumpster
Now
fire.
if my Envy's hooking too hard, like too snappy, I'll switch to my 3.0.
I don't think you'll run into too much snappiness at Nationals this year.
Oh, he's not going to nationals.
Oh, I'm not going there. No.
Oh, I'm like prepping you for Nationals.
You're
bro.
building him a bag for sure he's not going to.
But no, and the reason I'm so high on the hammerhead is because I love the original web. I love the OG web.
Can we build Pickles a bag for the U.S.
Yeah,
Open?
that's
Let's
fine.
go.
I don't see it rolling the same.
I'm not going to
Everything I've heard is the hammerhead is the OG web on steroids.
Steroids?
the group that I
hear
know
it.
already went to nationals, and they asked me to go, but I couldn't make it work with other travel I was doing with going to Ohio and stuff. So I'm waiting.
I think
for
it
Reno.
also. I think the hammerhead compares to the old hazmat too. The
I'm not
solid.
getting anything while I'm down here.
Whatever. We all say that.
I'm not making him go get a ball. We're just having a conversation, Angry. Relax down there or up there. Fucking in the sky over here yelling at
I
us.
was gonna say shoot 30,000 feet in the air, man.
Fucking yelling at us from another fucking planet right now. What's up with that?
Technology is fantastic, right?
You're gonna come out here and yell at us is crazy work.
I thought about trying out the outer limits also.
I fucking love that ball. The Hammer
Yeah.
Effect Tour, you should probably get that one too. That's a gold one.
Yeah.
I was gonna say if I were to get another ball, it would be an effect.
He's already plotting, Kalen. This is crazy.
No, I've been saying I'm
To
gonna buy
pay
it.
$350 for a level at the store, bro.
Oh God, is the level really worth that much?
I mean, I used the level and didn't look too bad at nationals and team event.
But no, I've been saying
Yeah,
I've been
50 worth.
saying I was going to get an effect tour for the last 2 months and still haven't done it. So
He's
just
trying to
because I say it,
justify it right
No,
now.
if-
It's crazy.
Just-
Joe,
just because I
should I go
say
in
it
there and buy a
doesn't mean I'm
level?
going to go get it.
If Joel
No,
tells me
if
to go
I-
buy a level, I'll go buy a level.
I have to see you throw a ball, bro. Literally our first time meeting together. You know what I mean?
Sure, sure.
I don't know how
Actually-
you throw the. You said you averaged 268. What you want me to do, bro? And clearly you know what you're doing. You know what I mean? Who am
I
I?
do not average 268.
He's like, yo, I averaged
240 with the
275
idol.
at fucking nationals. I was like, oh damn.
God damn it. So I actually did run into you once before I started TikTok. We were bowling some trio shit on House Shot at was it Louisville?
Oh, I averaged
Exactly.
like 240 in that building, and I ain't win no money. I went home with
Yeah, I
no
don't blame
money
you.
because
And
my partner missed 17 7 pins. I was like,
Oh, God.
I hate it here.
Yeah.
I was like,
So I was just bowling, and my buddy sends me a fucking screenshot of TikTok off of your stream of me and like I don't know if you know Colin Bradley, but this big ass motherfucker with 500 revs. It just looks so like.
why don't I remember this, bro? Probably too much lettuce, my G.
Nah.
Definitely
This is-
too.
this is
But I
mad
mean, listen,
long.
I bowled really well. I used an Ion Pro in that building and fucking whacked them and didn't take home any money.
Well, that's the thing is we talk about my 6 strike balls. The most important ball in my bag this next 2 days is going to be the damn plastic ball.
I mean, listen, I struck a lot. I'm just saying. I mean, if your hand is in the right place, bro, listen, it's like sliding on clouds, bro. It's beautiful. You ain't never seen approaches more perfect. You know what I'm saying? You look at the lanes, you feel these sons of bitches. And you know what they did before singles and doubles? They played Thriller. by Michael Jackson.
Yeah, that's dope.
You know how fucking geeked I was?
Bro.
Fuck yeah.
I walked out. I was out here feeling it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna
Yo,
say,
you're
bro.
not gonna take. I'm gonna fuck y'all up right now. But you can't go in too geeked up. Don't think you're gonna use urethane for singles and doubles. 'Cause that's not it. Leave it in the bag. Because I promise you, we tried that. It didn't work out well out for me. And I was like, yeah, I don't like
No,
it.
the only time the urethane's coming out is in practice when I'm smoking it up the middle to put the oil down.
Bro, we're not going to talk about the MJ in Louisiana because it is a crime to vape there, apparently. Listen, I'm not doing this, okay? Bro, I had a whole thing about trying to find MJ in Louisiana. I was like, they can't have nothing there. Like, you're there. Have you gone into any of these stores where you try to find your vape, Steve?
Mm-mm.
Go into one of the stores and see if you can get a vape. You know what they're going to tell you? They have one kind of brand. They don't have any of the one vapes that I love and any of the vapes that you like because they're not allowed to sell them.
That's why I brought 2 of them with me.
You should thank the Lord that you have those with you because, bro, we tried to. You don't get in trouble for that, bro. I would get.
I'm
They
already
would tell me to
restricted.
get off of TikTok for the rest of my life if they saw that shit.
No, it's already restricted. It got restricted like 30 seconds in, so fuck it.
Yeah,
Wait,
but
what?
they'd be like, you need to leave the planet if they catch us
Yeah.
doing that shit.
Yeah, I seen Butchie get knocked out for it.
Bro, he did fucking yesterday. I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you're going to tell me that he can do that, but there's people doing what they do on TikTok. It's crazy. I'm just saying. So, yeah, you try to go into one of these places, you can just go, yeah, I can't buy shit in here because they don't got nothing to sell.
Nope. Like I said, I brought 2 of them with me because I was like, you know what? I ain't even messing with it. Yes, it is.
Yeah, if you're going to go to Nolans, don't chance it, my G. It ain't going to work out well for the deer. You know what I mean? So, yeah, bro.
But
Hope you
yeah,
guys don't mind me chilling in here. Like, I like talking to you guys. So, I don't usually
no.
like talking to other people like that.
when we did singles and doubles, when
We
I did
appreciate
singles and
stopping by,
doubles
bro.
on Wednesday, the Jackal was coming out for the 2.0 hybrid because that was what was going to go to singles and doubles.
Who else in here is buying this fucking $350 ball?
Yo.
Bro,
Nobody.
I had three pre-orders for this. I go, you really know you were paying this much for this ball, right? They're like, yeah. What do you think it's gonna do differently? What? I got an exclusive EJ Tackett ball, bro. What's up with buddy?
Dude, the only EJ ball I liked was the Ascension, the orange and
It wasn't got a low end ball.
It was the
I've
orange.
seen reviews on that
Or
jacket.
no, it was the VIP Affliction, the orange and purple one. That was the only one of the EJ balls I liked.
I'm getting the Jackal when I get back home. Whenever that shit comes out.
But like, yo, why you make? See, the problem is you make it exclusive, right?
Yeah.
Then the problem is you make it some stupid number to pay for it.
Yeah.
Like, then everybody goes, well, I'm going to store this ball away, and I'm going to make somebody pay some extravagant amount of money. For
Thinking it's going to be a quantum helix.
Yeah.
You've never
Dude,
paid
and it
$400
takes
for a
so
ball.
fucking long because they did it like, pay to order type shit.
Yeah,
And
and
I
like
asked for the ball
literally
2
like
months
3
ago and I
months.
still don't have it.
I'm like, what the fuck? But then I'm looking at these videos. I go, how the fuck they get it? I'm like,
know.
this is Bob from Thursday. Where the fuck is he at? I'm like,
Dude, I
why
said
does
the
fucking
same shit
Larry
the other day.
from fucking Wednesday mornings have a fucking ball, but I can't give my customers there? Where do
I
we
sent a
put-
message to TikTok to Motive TikTok asking for one. I'm not even asking for it for free. Just like let me buy it early.
Yeah, like why do you have these ballers who shouldn't have this ball making videos, and you just go, yeah, why can't I sell this ball to my customers yet?
Hey, I'll tell you what. Charles Hutch made that ball look really good when he did his video on it, though.
I don't even know who that is. No disrespect.
The hype.
Oh, okay, yeah. I haven't seen his video, but I know he makes a shitload of them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He
he's big on
made the
YouTube,
EJ,
for
he
sure.
made the EJ Jackal look really good.
I mean, listen, I'm not saying everybody makes the ball look bad, but certain individuals that shouldn't have this ball yet.
Well,
I go,
Right,
why do
the
you
hype is
have
supposed to get the shit
Yeah,
early,
I've
but
noticed that as well.
like
Yeah, but why do
random
you
people
have-
that I'm swiping through, like how the fuck did you get the ball?
Yep.
Shit's annoying.
That right there.
Billy Bowles 250. How the hell does he have one already?
You could spare me the shit on people averaging 230 on a house shot and they supposed to be pros. Man, get the fuck away from me. I just, like, I probably bowl better on sport shots now than I do on house shots, to be honest with you. And I'm okay with that. I'll take a 190 average on a
That's a good problem to have.
all the average
Right,
2something
exactly.
at nationals.
100%. I will take a 190 on sport over 220 on
Good.
any day.
Bro, I don't average a 300 a week. Sorry, I used to. It used to be pretty good. But now I'm like, bro, I'd rather take my focus somewhere where it matters, right? Like, I see so many people shoot 300, I go, it's gross out here. I go, because everybody's going to have this open house shot, and that's okay. I understand. Like, yeah, that's your prerogative. But then you come out here like you're some fucking bowling god. And I'm like, oh, I take you out of your house on something that's not your house shot? Barbecue chicken, right? Like, I don't think people understand when they watch me bowl at Woodland. Woodland is not an easy house shot. It's a very difficult house shot because it's 70 lanes. It's like 4 different houses.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of misunderstandings when it comes to certain shots. Some people, I see houses where y'all breaking records for 300s and y'all giving people this courage, right? But then you take them to nationals. You can't have a conversation with them about how they bowl.
Oh, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, bro. Oh, just had a bad week. We know, bro. Because you told everybody, right?
There's certain houses in St. Louis that I will not bowl on because the china's too fine.
Bro, I love bowling at Woodland because I go, yeah, I don't average 230 here. Thank God. Because when I go other places,
Dude, I could have. There is literally a shot, a house in St. Louis where I could have 8 boards in miss room and still average 240.
never have that at Woodland, ever.
Yeah.
You have like this much.
No, you have an entire fucking zone of miss room.
Nah, you throw it to the gutter, then maybe. But if the gutter's hooking too much, this way, what your motions look like. And I just go, okay.
Concord, Josh. Concord.
He had that one in the chamber, bro.
He was waiting for it.
He was just itching for that
Concord
one.
is
He was like, "Oh, it's my
Dude.
time."
it is walled at Concord.
There's just a false sense of what is that word I'm looking for? It's not security, it's a false sense of confidence.
Yeah.
Because you see this big old inflated book average in a place that you've been bowling at since you were 4 years old, and then you go, "Oh yeah, I'm the man," and then you come out and you just go, "Well, where's that guy?" Well, this is why I like to travel. This is why I go different places, because when you learn to understand certain nuances of certain lane surfaces, is you go, "Oh, that's the same kind of lane. It's just a different kind of wood," and I just go, "Yeah, big difference from where you came from." Right? Like everybody thinks, "Oh man, that's just a different shade. Oh, it got a tan. Oh nah. That means it's different." Yeah. So there's no rangefinders. There is rangefinders. You ever remember Guardian with wood? Like the half the lane is one, and then the one half is the other.
Yeah.
Imagine that. How do you adjust to that, Joel? You better learn, bro. There are certain things that you have to learn as you see different lane surfaces that you got to adjust.
I was gonna say there are guys that'll whack a high friction house shot and shoot a $175, $180 on something that's not as high friction, just because they try to throw the exact same shot.
Right. So when you see that, you just look at people. You just go, "Oh, really?" So this is the frustration when I try to practice. Sometimes they go, "Oh, don't let it bother you." But I'm like, bro, everybody tries to think they know so damn much. You know what I mean? But I mean, so many 9 pins. Yeah. Almost more than 10 pins now. It's kind of crazy. So kind of wild. So
many 8 pins, bro. So many 8 pins.
Unbelievable, man. Yeah, man, you guys keep going, bro. Keep going on your podcast, man. I like just hanging out with you guys. So.
Oh goodness. Well, we were actually we've been on for 2.5 hours. Probably getting ready to wrap up.
That's fine. I'm just chilling with y'all, bro. I just, I want you to make your spares, bro. Hope you can.
And that was the other thing is like,
No,
for
that's
the longest
rich.
time, I was a lefty that left more 10 pins than I did 7 pins. Like,
Oh, roll out. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, dude.
Roll out.
throw everything to a 10 pin and everything freaking misses. Oh, it used to piss me off so much.
Yeah. 10 is for Quakers.
That's hilarious.
All right, well, me and Richie got a bowl at 9 o'clock in the morning, which means I got to get there by like 8:15, 8:30. So it's about
Y'all see what
midnight.
Mitch Hoope did?
Oh yeah, he wrecked that shit.
Bro, 3
Okay,
spares in one
Um,
turn. That's crazy.
Let's see.
He got a
It's,
triplicate 279.
yeah.
Fuck.
Jesus Christ.
That's insane.
Loaded cash is like 630, 640.
Yeah, I didn't get there. And not well, not building. Fuck that building, by the way.
Damn.
I don't like All-Star. Y'all bowl well. Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
I was say we're bowling the Journal in the morning, and then I got teens tomorrow night.
Yeah, bro. I just stay right. I
646.
don't get in. Didn't work well for the cat though. All-Star Ray.
Yeah. I'll start stuff at Bitch Damn.
Yeah, Big Jen was there. Fuck that place, bro. All right,
Yeah.
gentlemen. Well, if you're getting off, it was wonderful talking to y'all. Good luck, and let us know how you guys do, man.
Appreciate you stopping by, bro.
You guys have a good one.
You too.
Oh, all right, Richie. I will see you in the morning.
Yep. See ya.
Great night, guys.
I will do day 3 of the vlog and day 4. Well, day 3 2.0, because I'll let you guys know exactly how I did during the Bowler's Journal, and then I'll come back after I'm done with teams and give a team recap. So,
Cool.
Sounds good. See you guys later.
See you, boys.
See you.